from time to time in my dreams. I do this for you. I do this for my mother, who's finally clean, no longer a fan. I do this for you. I do this for my sister, my wife and my kids, cause they part of the team. I do this for all the naysayers and haters who made me one of the greatest. I know it kills you inside, that's why I do this for you. I do this for my father, who I've only seen from time to time in my dreams. I do this for you. I do this for my mother, who's finally clean, no longer a fan. I do this for you. I do this for my sister, my wife and my kids, cause they part of the team. I do this for all the naysayers and haters who made me one of the greatest. I know it kills you inside, that's why I do this for you.
I do this for the kids who sit a bit outside the mix, who maybe cope through humor just to fit in for a bit, who never let the world know when depression's setting in. To all of those who know you, that impression don't exist, and it ain't counterfeit, it's just a way to counter it. I'm living things I dreamed about, I still encounter it. It ain't something that a cigarette or alcohol can fix, but all because of it I flipped it quick, went on to write some hits. This a success off another breath. This the first step in searching to be nothing less than be the best in what you do, to prove their strength in being you. Learn so much in chasing dreams that I never would in school. Depends on where your passion lie, just no passion never lie. Life presents distractions, but your actions have to fortify the things that you believe in. Have to scream it like a battle cry, and leave the ones who didn't looking stupid while they're asking why. Couldn't lie, I really do this for the ones I love, those who treat the music as a vice and lyrics like a drug, those who need advice on how to lift their spirit high enough to break out of the box they make up lives they know aren't good enough. Just because it's how it is don't mean it's how it has to be. This is what the uninspired testifiers fail to see. Jealousy results from being that which others fail to be, and if it means you're not with me, that honestly sounds fair to me.
I do this for my father, who I've only seen from time to time in my dreams. I do this for you. I do this for my mother, who's finally clean, no longer a fan. I do this for you. I do this for my sister, my wife and my kids, cause they part of the team. I do this for all the naysayers and haters who made me one of the greatest. I know it kills you inside, that's why I do this for you.
Do this for my mother, she'll be working for the summer. Do this for my father, cause these days I often wonder what my life would have been like if I was not adopted. To grow up in a home where I was treated like a problem, I don't know, it's just a guess. Your guess probably good as mine. Lucky that I grew up in a home that wanted me to shine. Lucky that I grew up around some mountains we were taught to climb. Without that inspiration, I don't think that this would be my life. Do this for my friends who've scattered all across the country now. I'm out in Sweden walking back through life so I can write it down. Make a living off of sound, so crazy to say out loud. I'm the biggest thing since Travis Rice to come up out the town. Sorry, gotta stunt a little. Used to have my dreams belittled, but it's all a part of it. I know people's minds are fickle, lines between reality and dreams I blur like faded nights. Come up been so good for me, I wish that I could make it twice.
I do this for my father, who I've only seen from time to time in my dreams. I do this for you. I do this for my mother, who's finally clean, no longer a fan. I do this for you. I do this for my sister, my wife and my kids, cause they part of the team. I do this for all the naysayers and haters who made me one of the greatest. I know it kills you inside, that's why I do this for you.
Welcome to Marantz Rantz, no advice on finance. Spin the wheel and take a chance. Get an NFT and a little education. The system got undertow, that knowledge is flotation. You wanna learn? Well, you came to right place. You're pumping AMC, might get slapped in the face. Get your due diligence, know who the villain is. Don't be a sheep when the shepherd's carnivorous. So come learn, laugh, and maybe you win big. And listen up, y'all, the wheel is not rigged. Everybody get a chance in the live chat. Kyoto spin wheel, you win just like that. Retail fight pack and this retail winning. Y'all just wait, man, this is just the beginning. All fellow simians, GME group singing the truth. We just chillin', infinity pool swimming. So welcome to Marantz Rantz. A lot of knowledge but no advice on finance. Don't even need pants, you can tune in naked like Kenny the Mayo Man. Internet's most hated. Don't wanna lose your money, then it's time for you to listen. If you're ignorant, invest in AMC or superstition. The stream about ready, they told us to don't dance. I do what I want. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. Welcome to Marantz Marantz Rantz. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. Welcome to Marantz. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. Welcome to Marantz Rantz.
Welcome back. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to TikTok. They're there. I was live all night last night on TikTok. I know a lot of you guys didn't see the live stream, but I'm here today. And oh, it did it again. I'm never ready for that. I'm never ready for that because I have a whole list of songs ready to go, and I wasn't ready, so I apologize. Welcome back. Welcome back to Marantz Rantz. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, whole lot of truth, no financial advice. I'm still working on the acoustics in the room that I'm in now. We set up a bigger studio for the show, so different background. I'm not in the previous place where I have been. This is my third spot in my house where my wife is giving me a little bit more real estate to do what I can with the show and what I want to do. So shout out to my wife first for helping me with that. You guys know I started in the kitchen. For everyone that was out there, literally the kitchen. Not that I'm like in the lab, I'm cooking, I'm that. No, I literally was in the kitchen at the kitchen table when I first started doing YouTube. And then I was in my bedroom for years in the corner. Made it my own home, and now my wife actually gave me a smaller room, a more intact room with not hardwood floors, with not the acoustics echoing. It still echoes now because I still have to install some stuff, some soundproofing, but I'm going through it, okay? And I'm going to go through it with you guys. You guys have seen the growth of me, the channel, the information, but it's never changed. And what hasn't changed, guys? Well, we've been talking about forever. I know, GameStop, currently trading at $14 and some change. People ask me, why are you in it? Why do you care? Marantz explained it to me, and I've done so much homework, right? But before we even get to the homework and before we even get to the rest of the show, I want to talk to you guys, obviously, about all the current events, and I'm fixing my setup here. I'm still in the middle of it. You know, I was supposed to be live last night. And for those of you that are paid members of the channel that are on that member side of the section of the channel, you guys actually got a video last night, and I just gave you a quick update. Hey, listen, I'm coaching basketball for my nephew, and that team's legit. I tell you, I'm out there. I'm out there on Wednesday nights. I got games on Saturday. I'm committing myself to him and his crew and trying to be the best uncle I can be. So does that take me away from doing a video or two? Yeah. Do I care? Not at all. I just want to say another shout out. I went in and picked up some packages. There was packages there from Amber. So I'm so thankful. Thank you. The mod team, they hooked me up with this damn sweater. If you guys see it, they have another sweater that they got me, another hoodie, and they fit. They got me an Atari. The Atari's right here. I got a lot of games, got a lot of stuff going on. So just moving around, but I just want to say thank you guys for the Christmas gifts. Thank you guys for the thank yous and all the above for supporting me and the channel. Okay. So that's all said. I'm happy. I just want to get all out there. And if people don't know, thank you so much for following the channel. Appreciate you guys. I'll answer some questions from TikTok later, but right now I want to focus on the news, the stuff that's going on. First, I want to make this very clear. I don't condone any violence. I don't condone any stalking. You guys know I've been a victim of the Bed Bath & Beyond crowd coming to my place of employment, filming me unknowingly, taking pictures, attempting to fight me, based off the fact that I put out due diligence on their investment. And I told them it's completely, it's not valuable, or it's going to lose its value. I said it every which way, shape, and form, respectfully, disrespectfully, whatever, however they want to take it. But those individuals in YouTube, this fantasy land, take things into reality from time to time. And to follow the executives of Bed Bath & Beyond, to videotape them in a parking lot in the middle of the night, is what I saw last night online, and I couldn't believe it. Like, I do believe it, but then I couldn't believe it, right? So if you guys don't know the video, and just to shed light on it, allegedly the video is showing Sue Gove in the parking lot while she's exiting her workplace in the middle of the night. And there's only one guy who took that video. There's only one guy who posted that video, and you guys know who he is, and I choose not to say his name today. You guys know what's going on. And I'm telling you, I fear for the safety of everyone, because when they lose that investment, which they already have, the tax documents already came out for Bed Bath & Beyond investors, and they're able to write off the whole claim, meaning it's gone forever. You will not get back anything for your shares. If they allowed those tax documents to come out, it's because the shares have been extinguished. They're deleted. I told you guys. Now somewhere out here in Never Never Land, Bill Pulte has put together a group of people, and he said that he is now investing on the betterment and on behalf of retail shareholders, the ones that got screwed over in Bed Bath & Beyond. Bill, you didn't buy Bed Bath & Beyond, but now you're buying bonds, as you put it. Guys, buying bonds in a bankrupt company, in a Chapter 11 company, it has two things, okay? One, it's considered distressed investing. And if you don't know that terminology about distressed credit and distressed debitors, like however you want to put it. There was a voluntary bankruptcy here, and they, Bed Bath & Beyond, paid off their ABL facility 4 years in advance, basically. They paid off for JP Morgan to become whole before they ever went to this bankruptcy. And that was an agreement between them. Why? Because JP Morgan is the number one creditor in their company, right? We know this because if you read the dockets, you understand who actually owns the company. Their DIP financing only gave them enough money to operate to get rid of what they could. And then I'm talking just shell out what they could, and now we're going to deal with it in bankruptcy. So the plan, right? Debitor in possession means all those creditors, okay, all the creditors are going to get paid. They all will. But the categories get paid in succession. So meaning the senior notes get paid, right? The junior guys, the secondary lenders get paid. And then somewhere in there, everyone else falls down. But the shareholders are all the way at the bottom. So shareholders are no longer. They're not getting anything back. But Bill Pulte comes out and says, hey guys, I'm buying bonds on this. Did you guys know when you buy bonds, it's not like you're buying bonds in an active company. You're buying bonds in a bankrupt company. Therefore, you don't get interest. You don't get principal. You don't get anything back. It is one of the most risky investments of your lifetime. Inherently, by definition, bonds are supposed to be secure. Like older people, like go look at your 401k. When you're young, you put aggressive and you put 99 to 1, 99% stocks, 1% bonds. It flips when you turn 60, 65, when you're getting ready to retire, or even as you already retire and you start withdrawing. It goes straight to bonds because they have a fixed interest rate back to you. That is not the case in a bankrupt company. And I don't know if somebody didn't tell these guys. And I'm not speaking out of my ass here. I was blown away yesterday. I said, are you serious? We're buying bonds for a company that doesn't exist anymore. They still trade. They still trade, and it's at significant risk, much higher risk than shares. Where's the disclaimer? Nope. Hopium. You're buying hope. And that's what bonds are at this point in the stage. You're buying hope. Stop buying hope. Start buying reality. Stop buying what's actually happening here. I think the hardest problem I have for everyone, okay, guys, and this is just to educate the masses here, the people that are within this channel, is when you invest, and I just want to make sure I'm on the screen. It's all new setup for me, so I have to look at my other screens. When you invest, guys, period, I want you guys to think about this. If I'm investing in mutual funds or if I'm investing in individual securities, I want you to think about the word time horizon or the phrasing time horizon. What is your time horizon? Like how much time do you need in a stock before you sell it, right? Are we swing traders? Are we day traders? Or are we investors? That's what you have to decide when you wake up. Now, somewhere out there, people are going to be like, you know what? I'm a guy who wants to make money. I saw a whole video of some guy in the Philippines who refused to say my name for 20 minutes. Okay. And thank you so much for the super chat. Here's for a GME share for the day. Thanks for all that you do. I really appreciate you, Brian. I really do. And thank you for the support of the channel. And we'll get more into that, Brian. We really will. But thank you so much. I don't know how much $27 in Canadian money is, but I'll take it. Here's what I'm going to say. Okay. Time horizon. You look at your investment and you tell yourself, when do I plan on getting this money back? I don't know why people think that they're like expert day traders and it's not your job. It's not your job to get a certain percentage back on a certain timeline. That's why private equity is so valuable at times. Private equity raises a fund, and these funds might be anywhere from 5, 10 to 15 years. And that's the investors, the guys who actually have the capital, right? The accredited investors. Remember I tell you, accredited investors are the ultra wealthy, the individuals who actually have $1 million liquid in the bank, who actually make $200,000, $300,000 a year. That statute of what an accredited investor has never changed since the 1980s. But I'm telling you that when they put money in, they don't expect it back. They put it in and let the market do what it does, because over the last 100 years, look at the market. The market's gone down 10%, 50 times? Half of the years. Half the amount of time that we've been alive, you'll see a down market, or you'll see a real retraction, 25%, 20%. That's happened. How do you invest past that macroeconomic? And I only tell you this because you guys have, not you, I'm not just talking to you. I'm talking to the new viewer, the new guy who's actually going to watch this video, because some of you guys are going to go tell your friends, hey, go watch Marantz, listen to what he's saying right now. And here's why you should. because some of you guys are going to look and not understand there's a distinction between stock and company, and they might not connect. The value of your company might not be parallel with the stock evaluation and or the investment that people are willing to make in it. This company could be doing great things, amazing things. Over the next 5 years, this stock price is never going to connect. It's going to take its time before people believe in it. But by the time they do, where are you? And you have to have a reason. You have to have a belief. You have to have a mindset and say, you know what? Okay, I read the SEC filing. I read some updates. I went to the store and shopped and bought things and said, you know what? They're doing better. This is what I see. And it's things that you can explain, but not hope. I'm not buying hope. I hope they do this, or I literally have drawn out GameStop to you guys for 3 years now. Hey guys, here's what they're doing. They're going to shorten their footprint, become more nimble, become profitable, cut out all the fat, and they're going to get this thing churning. It's going to turn, and when it does, remember, they overextended for 10 years. Now they're going to go ahead and reel it all back in, take it down to nothing, get it very small, make it the right business model, expand the right way in the right demos in the right areas, geography-wise. So they're going to do everything logistically correct. Rebuild it. When I tell you rebuild, I had a conversation with my dad yesterday. The conversation was literally 2 minutes long. And it shook me to my core, guys. It rocked my heart. And I'm going to explain it to you. I said, going through a rough time right now, Pops. I was explaining to him some stuff that I'm going through. And he said, yeah, son. He goes, I know. He says, but remember one thing. We always rebuild. I was like, we always rebuild. So I want you all to reflect right now. All of you. I don't care who you are and where you're at. Tell me. Have you ever started a job? This is it. I got a height desk. It just moves on its own. You ever started a job, guys? And you start out at like $10. And you work it and you grind it. You get all the way up to 30. And you're like, yeah, and I feel great again. I feel good. This is where I'm supposed to be. This is life. And then life hits you. And now you're back down to 10 again or 15 again. Or you had to take a new job and start back over again. Just to get right back to where you were. And it wasn't that you couldn't be that person. You're not worth that much. It has nothing to do with that. Maybe that's God's way of taking something away from you and getting it back the way you were supposed to. Or teaching you a new way of doing something. I only tell you this because I've started over in life a lot of times. I remember when I moved out of my house when I was 16 because I knew it all. I then went to the Army, started over from scratch, grinded all the way. I was a sergeant within 2 years. I was feeling great. Got out of the Army, had to start back down at zero. Went all the way up in the corporate world, making six figures at 24 years old, flashing the cash, splashing it, gambling. Lost my home, my cars, everything because of a recession or because of my habits. I'm going to say both, but mainly because of me. Started back at the bottom again, working for $11 an hour, grinded all the way back up into six figures again. And I'm looking at you telling you, we've all built up things from the ground up. We've all torn something down and built it back up, ourselves included. That's how I view GameStop. I view GameStop as this company that built itself up, it's breaking it down, and it's going to build up again. It is me. It embodies me. That's how I view it for me. So time horizon for me is not I give you money I want to return. Not today, not tomorrow, maybe not 5 years from now. Maybe the best performing years of any stock that I've been in, my 10th year? Go look at Costco, guys. I had Costco. I've had Costco for 11 years. And I'm telling you guys, it was pumping. And it came all the way down to $300 in 2021. And I, at that time, was like, holy hell. The market was exploding. Every crypto was taking off. You had GameStop taking off. You had AMC taking off. You had every stock out there booming. And there I was looking at I'm at $300, man. But 2 years later, we're already at 700 almost, 680 plus. Doubled my 100% of the money I put in. I got extremely lucky by putting in more, but all I had to do was just outlast, 2 years was the horizon on that? That's it. You guys have to stop this bullshit. And I say this collectively for everyone out there that's invested with Bed Bath & Beyond, AMC, Mullen Automotive, everyone who expects to put money in this month and 5 months from now expect to see a rocket or expect to see their money back or even tenfold. When you know that the business model is terrible, and or you should know that private equity's in, and I challenge anybody, private equity, right? Like investing in private equity is the biggest nonsense ever. It's not what we're looking for. Yeah, okay, so they're attacking GameStop right now. I just got the update. That was the thing. So I tell you that because stocks fluctuate, and I've said this before, 50% within every year, right? Up or down, 50% one way. It could go up and then come back down 50%, and that's any given stock. I showed you Apple peaked all the way up to 198, 199, came all the way down to 125. It's a huge drop off. You saw Netflix go up to 700, come all the way down to 100. Who's complaining? Who's crying? I'm asking you guys. Just a point of reference here. Anybody saying Netflix is not a buy? Netflix is not the company I want to invest with? I've seen every company peak and hit a rock bottom over the last 2 years, and yet we're only focusing on one guy. We only have shills in one for one. We only have the snakes in here for one. Right, everyone's ready to just cast stones at Ryan Cohen for doing the right thing when no one's watching. Extreme integrity. So, yeah, that's going to be me. More questions. It says, get it. The same morning rise and after the dip. Very good. Yeah, I know. It's the same thing. The algorithms, sure. I mean, you can call it that, but for me, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something else, Rocco. I woke up this morning to some news that my boss sold some shares. I have a boss who was my boss when I was in Los Angeles. As far as I'm still in Los Angeles area, and I was the trainer for membership and marketing for all of LA, and I got to meet Caton Freights. And Caton Freights and we worked together for maybe 5 years. Came from the Midwest and then went over to LA, ran LA. He was the VP for LA, senior VP, and then he got promoted. He's in charge of all North America, or he's in charge of like Texas, California, the whole Southwest region, I believe. That's where he's at because Russ Miller got promoted. So, and I used to know Russ, but I know Caton first name. Caton sees me, Marantz, what's up? Like, we're extremely close. In that fashion, right? Like Caton's been like you see him from afar, you're like, hey, Caton, whoa, hey, that's Caton Freights. Yeah, well, he's one of the board of directors for Costco, okay? And Caton comes out and he gets awarded 7,500 shares for his new promotion, and he sells shares today. He sold some shares, and I read the headline and said Caton sells shares, and I was like, man. So I go tell all my coworkers, I'm talking to my coworkers, and I'm like, hey man, our boss sold some shares. He sold 700 shares. He sold 10% of his position. I'm like, he deserves it. He still gets paid. He still makes a lot of money, but this guy's in charge of like 200, 300 Costcos. I think he should be able to sell, right? And people right away are like, well, you know, insiders, they need to buy. Only the insider around here that buys shares is Ryan Cohen. Nobody else buys shares. That's nonsense. So for people to get mad at insiders not buying shares. So I had to go look at Costco, and I was like, okay, who bought shares? All the officers bought shares at some point in some time throughout the last 3 years, because when the price was even at 540 or at 500, they were still buying in. At 480, they were still buying. They'll buy in any time they can. And that's because they have value. They're creating value within what they hold. So I'm happy for Costco's story. Okay. I have Costco. I have GameStop. And then I had a stock called MNSO recently where I was like holding on to it. I'm paying attention to it. And I'm still paying attention to it, but I sold my position just to prove to myself that I knew what I was reading. I knew what I was looking at. It's one of these things. I'm studying some stock guys that I've been listening to. You know, I read a lot of books right now about investing. And as I'm going through it, I was like, okay, I got this one. Like, I know this is the one I want to buy. And you guys saw me. I was here live on the chat, and I go, hey, I'm buying it now. It was at $18.50. Sold it when it got up to $22. And that's a big jump. That's a run for some people. $4 a share, but you're looking at around 20% increase. If you can get 20% on every investment you do, compounding interest is going to be amazing, right? That 10% on 30 years is amazing. So I'm just letting you know, I've always tried to do that. Right now, I'm just going to let you know, I'm at 28% increase for the year. I actually went last year, I did 27% on my portfolio. So I felt really good about that. I posted it in the Discord. I posted it somewhere, and I was happy with my investments and the way I do it. But I don't put my investments on you, because investments are very personal. Investing in this stock world can feel like you're by yourself. And I'm here with you, right? So I have a channel and you guys help me make this channel. We're all together. We talk it out. We're in the Discord, 1,000 people in the Discord. We have 9,000 people here. We got 7,000 on TikTok. And we're able to keep talking about why we invest and how we invest. Doesn't mean we're collectively a group. You're still individual. And I'll tell you why you're an individual. Because how many people have left the community? How many people have left because they don't have the stomach? They can't even witness the volatile drops and peaks and valleys of the market. Well, guess what? The market's volatile. That's what it's made to be. But what you can do to protect yourself is have an understanding of that time horizon, of that amount of time and money you can put away and put in. You're not going to put in money you're saving up for a car and say, guess what? I'm putting in $5,000 today and I want to make it 10 because I need 10 grand down for this car. That's not realistic. That's not what we're doing or what you should be doing. You should just go to Vegas and put it all on black if that's the case, but not here. When you're creating wealth and you're investing this way, I want you guys to know what your mindset could be, should be, will be, or you're going to lose. You're going to end up selling at a loss. You're going to get out of here and be like, I can't do it. And here's why. Because the markets change fast, but companies don't. Guys, I want you to understand these companies that are on this decline, right? I forget what we call it. It's just like a ongoing, like the circular decline, where it's just like you're in a drain, you're in a funnel, you're just going down. There's nothing you can do, right? AMC. I just give you this example. I can sit here and play Monday morning quarterback, but I told you 3 years ago. I said, hey guys, don't ever touch it. They're buried in debt, corporate debt. They can't service the debt, and they have nothing. They can do nothing but offer their company. They can only offer shares, dilute the float, and rinse and repeat all the way down the drain. This is it, okay? There's nothing to it. Now, when I say that to you guys, 3 years later, it's played out exactly that way. There was no value in it. The reason why I tell you this is because the stories that you're keeping on with these stocks, we're amateurs. Sure, everyone's an amateur. They don't have any more information than you do. You think they do. You think these hedge funds and these money market guys that know everything, right? These Brads, Chads, and Bills, you think they can tell you what's going to happen, but you can tell what's going to happen. It's very simple. It's a simple picture to paint. I just happen to do it with words and a video and a PowerPoint every now and then. And I'm telling you, when the stories change about your investment, that's time to leave. The story for GameStop hasn't changed. Oh, all these headlines, they're coming at you. Everyone's coming at you with headlines. Yes, I get it. Ryan's going to rug pull this, but go read the balance sheet. Go read the income statement. Go read the financials, and you'll find out that GameStop's actually making more money per man hour, making more money per square foot. So that's the story, and maybe you'll learn it. But this notion that I don't want to invest into something because I could lose it all. There's no such thing. There is no quick change here. It doesn't happen fast. It takes time. It's like you can see it come from a mile away. And if you can't see it, then you're the sucker, right? Well, they always tell you, if you can't witness a sucker in this room within 20 minutes, it's probably you. And that's the problem here. So when it comes to GameStop, sure, I know the story. I see it coming, great. But you knew what AMC was. You knew what Bed Bath & Beyond was. And you knew what Mullen Automotive was. And I told everyone, please run. Because these were setups on you. I don't care who comes in, makes videos, influence you, none of that. I'm not an influencer per se. I'm a information giver. I give you the information, you make your choice decision. But the information is black and white. When someone asks me, Marantz, why should I be buying GameStop? Last night I was on TikTok over here. I was on TikTok live for like 2.5 hours. We had over 6,000 people come in and be like, yo man, like, why do you invest in a GameStop? And I'm like, because you don't? Because I do the homework? I mean, I just can't give you the answer in one quick video. You literally have to do your homework. And that's what it's going to be. Because when you start evaluating fundamentals, let the fundamentals speak for your investment. That's all I'm going to tell you guys. Everyone out there, let your fundamentals speak for your investment, and all the other cheerleading bullshit, keep that out there. That's all I'm ever going to say to you. New studio looks nice. Thank you so much. The spiral of death. That's what I wanted to say. Yes. Thank you so much for liking the new setup. But crypto, the market is rigged. Sure. Marantz, 3 years ago, you were bullish on AMC. No, I was never bullish on AMC. I think you really need to understand what that was. My very first video, Stever, if you really want to be there, I said Adam Aaron is a snake, and I called AMC a pump and dump. So if you think that's being bullish, it's completely the opposite. Right. And everybody knows that. So it's cool. I'm just going to go ahead and I'll let you guys talk all that nonsense. What I was saying also was that this is investing is like personal or it's solo mission. Because if you don't have, I've said it, if you don't have the guts or the stomach to deal with this or the patience, the best investors are going to be, children or parents, I should say, parents of children. And I only say it because you have to have patience. And a lot of you guys don't. Those kids out there, if you notice, the guys who lost all their money were a lot of beta males, guys who can't take direction, guys who can't lead. And you'll never be able to lead unless you know how to follow. And unfortunately, these guys follow each other like lemmings just off a cliff. I used to play that game, Super Nintendo. It's called like Lemmings or something. And these guys are the living, they embody this shit. So buying the bonds is never going to work. And that's the way I'm going with that. Another thing I want to tell you. We're going to talk about GameStop, sure. And I want you guys to understand like why. Like, Marantz, they're shortening and their top line's coming down. And when you oversaturate a market and you don't do the due diligence that it takes, when you just do, I've always said spaghetti sells is one thing, but when you just do that glitter, all right, and I'm talking, you guys want to know what glitter is? Like, you just get a handful of glitter and throw it and then try sweeping it up. You can't. You can't get it back. That's basically what they've done with GameStop's footprint. They just threw it everywhere. They threw it up and they overextended themselves on purpose. So I'm Connect the Dots has already explained all of that in detail. So if you guys don't know what it is, get at it. Come on, guys. We need to get more nonsense in here. LL. It's hard to get nonsense in here, Badass Trader, because I got rid of a couple of guys. I'm just going to tell you now, they don't know it. Whenever you're blocked and banned from the channel, they won't know they are. I got rid of them the other day when they were putting in certain messages on the videos. I just put hide user on the channel. I'm just not in the mood for nonsense anymore. Some guys can come in and they'll have to make new burner accounts and eventually expose who they are. But the traditional trolls, some of them, you won't see anymore. I just don't want to deal with them. I was just very sad that people were buying all this hope, aka bonds, on Bed Bath & Beyond, and they're all going to lose. And I guess they deserve to lose at this point, but I'll leave it there. I'm going to play a video right now because we need to pay attention to what's going on with private equity, as always. So, and I'll answer questions and I'll do all that. But here's the video. This is going to be David Rubenstein. If you guys do not know who he is, David Rubenstein is going to be one of the main creators and leaders of the Carlyle Group. And here you go.
Last year was so bad because there was just a mismatch between the price people wanted to pay and the ones that actually they wanted to sell. And does that get adjusted this year?
Well, last year the problem was interest rates were very high, and sellers were afraid that if they sold to somebody, they probably weren't going to get the price they wanted because buyers didn't want to pay the price because interest rates were high. And buyers were afraid that they were going to buy into a recession.
Yep.
They thought the recession might come. Right. They look stupid by buying into something and it goes into recession. Now the recession fears are gone. Interest rates are coming down almost certainly very soon. So I think you'll see a lot more M&A activity and a lot more private equity activity.
Are you expecting 6 Fed cuts? I mean, that seems excessive.
I think trying to predict what the Fed's going to do precisely is a fool's errand. The Fed's going to do what it does based on the data. But right now, I think the markets will be shocked if the Fed didn't cut before the election. Now, the Fed will, I think, have political problems if they say we're going to do some cuts right around the time of the presidential election, because you can be sure Republicans would say you're just trying to help the Democrats. So they're going to get their cuts out of the way. They're going to meet in January, and then I suspect they're going to talk about what they're going to do in the March FOMC meeting. And I'd be very surprised if there isn't some cut by March.
Yeah, but in terms of deal making, I mean, would people not wait for the U.S. election to know who's in charge in the White House? Because that could change also regulation, rules, foreign policy, everything really.
Well, there's no doubt that the current antitrust enforcement is not that favorable to a lot of bigger acquisitions. But private equity tends not to be doing things that the antitrust officials care about that much because they're kind of standalone acquisitions. So that's not been a big problem for people. It's really been the interest rates and the concern that there might be a recession coming. But I think that concern is gone.
We've seen some big deals in private equity, especially in infrastructure, with BlackRock buying GIP. We have Actis and General Atlantic. Is this...
All right, guys, let me pause it right there for a second, okay? And I'm going to explain something to you about David Rubenstein and why I can't believe a single word he's saying. And you guys got to know, I remember the day that, what was his name? Bill Ackman, right? Bill Ackman comes on and he goes on to MSNBC and he says, everything, the whole market's crashing, whatever it may be. And he created fear off of one interview. And the truth is, he had shorted the whole market. So he made millions and millions of dollars off of that one interview because everyone went in and started selling off. And this is during the pandemic. If you guys don't remember, it was very bad, and he made all this money. Now, I'm going to explain something to you about this guy. For David Rubenstein to come on this interview, and this was just 8 hours ago, right, as I'm talking to you today, and he tell you the recession fears are gone. We don't know what the Fed's going to do, but we say they're going to do 6 cuts or whatever. This is all, hey, guys, listen to me. This is complete bullshit. We're in the biggest recession fear that we've had over the last 2 years. Additionally, if you don't think he knows what Jerome Powell's going to do, you're completely wrong. Jerome Powell being the chairman of the Fed, you got to know that Jerome Powell is a partner at the Carlyle Group before he ever became chairman of the Fed. This individual in particular knows exactly what Jerome Powell's going to do. If you don't think they communicate, well, then we'll all just live under a rock and act like we don't know what's happening. I know what's happening, and I'm going to tell you how this is all going to happen. Guys, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad, but he wants to sell to someone at the top. He wants to sell to someone before they... Guys, I don't believe him. I don't believe him. Can I be wrong? Absolutely. But you can't tell me you don't talk to Jerome Powell and you don't know what he's doing when he's a partner at your firm. You are the co-creator and founder of Carlyle Group, and Jerome Powell is a partner for years, since like 1992. You got to be kidding me if you're going to tell me this right now. And I hope you guys heard him. He's like, well, the concerns are gone for this recession, so now everybody should be doing more private equity deals. Sounds like you want to offload. Remember when I told you all this dry powder's on the side? It's because, you know why they're not doing them deals? Because nobody wants this. Nobody wants 7%, 6%, 8%. They want free. They want Covey light. They don't want Covey heavy.
Do some cuts right around the time of the presidential election, because you can be sure Republicans will say you're just trying to help the Democrats. So they're going to get their cuts out of the way. They're going to meet in January, and then I suspect they're going to talk about what they're going to do in the March FOMC meeting. And I'd be very surprised if there isn't some cut by March.
Yeah, but in terms of deal making, I mean, would people not wait for the U.S. election to know who's in charge in the White House? Because that could change also regulation, rules, foreign policy, everything really.
Well, there's no doubt that the current antitrust enforcement is not that favorable to a lot of bigger acquisitions. But private equity tends not to be doing things that the antitrust officials care about that much, because they're kind of standalone acquisitions. So that's not been a big problem for people. It's really been the interest rates and the concern that there might be a recession coming. But I think that concern is gone.
We've seen some big deals in private equity, especially in infrastructure, with BlackRock buying GIP. We have Actis and General Atlantic. Is this going to continue? Are we going to see a lot more of these already big, sizable deals?
Well, the consolidation that's going on in private equity, I think, will continue. The BlackRock deal is a very good deal for BlackRock, I think, and a very good deal for the firm that sold it to them. That's a very good firm. GIP is an excellent firm. The high price, some people would say, but I think it will work out well for everybody. I think you'll see more consolidation, particularly in infrastructure, because infrastructure is an area that people like, relatively predictable rates of return, and there's a lot of interest among investors in investing in that class. But yeah, I do think you'll see more consolidation, and some of the bigger firms will get bigger.
But this is what with infrastructure, because infrastructure is really what we need if we're going to build this new future, or private equity in general?
Well, private equity in general, but infrastructure is a class where a lot of the big private equity firms don't have a gigantic infrastructure business, so they might want to add to it. Some do have businesses that are big already, but our infrastructure is a very predictable business. It's a very predictable rate of return business, and it's one of the ones that I think a lot of investors increasingly think is a good area to invest in. Remember, in the administration in the United States, the Biden administration has gotten a very big infrastructure bill through Congress, and a lot more infrastructure can be built in the United States, but that's true around the world.
David, do you worry about private equity, maybe some of the spaces that are smaller where they're in debts, if actually interest rates don't go down quickly? Are some of the smaller companies in trouble, like real trouble?
Well, there's always a way you can get attention by saying things are in trouble, things are falling apart. But right now, despite the fact that interest rates were so high and the economy was not wonderful for a while post-COVID, COVID, I think now we've seen relatively few bankruptcies and relatively few distressed debt opportunities. I think you'll see a lot of distressed debt opportunities in real estate, because I think commercial real estate really hasn't seen the worst of probably the debt problem that's going to occur. But I think it's different in other parts of private equity world.
I don't know whether...
Thanks. That's all I can tell you is thanks. Do you believe it? No, I don't believe them at all. And those smaller companies, are they going to be in trouble because interest rates are not going to go down? I don't think they're going to go down fast enough. I think people have this idea that housing is going to boom this year. I know this sounds crazy because of what's happening in the housing right now, but I guess we could ask Bill Pulte. But it looks like housing is going to boom, and there's a reason for it. JP Morgan's out here giving out loans of $150,000 for basically nothing, right? So I'm telling you right now, I don't know what he's setting up by doing this interview and giving out that information to say that there's no more recessions on the table. And I would just tell you, I look around, I see recession everywhere. I see people getting laid off. I see companies shutting down. I see it. I see it firsthand. So I don't need the news to announce it to me. I'm watching it. I don't see new builds going up. I don't see a lot of things going down. So any comment on Tandy Barron being correct or maybe an apology? Josh, no, not at all. Here's how this works. When Tandy Barron put out the tweet, he didn't have the information that he has today. That's what I was telling you. Put it out, be factual, make sure you're correct before you actually put something out. He put out that they're closing down 500 stores. I want to know his source and or the rumor. I live in the same world that you do. I know everything about GameStop that anyone's ever going to know because I'm in the same groups, right? We all share the same information. So what does he have that no one else has? What rumor or who did he speak to say that there was 500 stores closing? And then to announce that the NFT marketplace is closing, well, that's easy. That was already announced. The middle line, the one that you want to focus on, would be the fulfillment center being shut down. Yeah, I did ask for it. I had the documentation before he did. I had the picture of everything before he did. I was like, okay, somebody sent it to me. The minute I made the video, someone sent it to me. He didn't have that. He didn't post that until the whole day later. But that's my point. Irresponsible reporting in whole. Let me know the 500 stores that are closing down. So no, he doesn't get an apology. That's not how this works. You know, that's the only thing he's gotten wrong. How about this? Bed Bath & Beyond striking up a deal. Bed Bath & Beyond is going to make it back. Ryan Cohen's going to buy him out. There's a deal between them and IEP and everyone else out there. No, it's all wrong. You put out information that was incorrect about him not showing his face. Hypocrite? No, I don't care to watch his face or his show. I'm telling you right now, his Twitter doesn't have his face on it. He doesn't make enough videos for me to even know he has a YouTube that's worth watching. How about that? Is that fair? Thank you. Guys, the trolls will come out. You guys will keep coming out with it, and it's fine. Tell me how he got Bed Bath & Beyond wrong. Just tell me how he got it wrong. And I'm asking this like rhetorically. Like, how could you get it wrong? If you're so intelligent and you know so much, how do you get something so simple wrong? That's all I'm asking. Okay? Anyway, back to you guys. I'm ignoring TikTok right now because they're keep calling me Rico. I just don't even want to. What's the point of doing TikTok when all they think you are is your brother? They got the disgruntled brother, the one who has no family. So it's almost time for GME to go crazy. Sure, I agree with that. And thank you so much for showing back up, Sharon. Thank you. Just to let you know, Derek H., I got to say thank you again, Derek H. I did get your message and the support for the channel the other day. I really appreciate you. What's up, bro? Hope all is well. Josh Brown, all is well. All's going well right now. I'm enjoying my day. Today I'm free. I'm going to be able to do some more homework, maybe play a little bit more League of Legends. That's my life today. Tomorrow I will be live in the morning, and we'll have plenty of time to talk and do our thing. But that's tomorrow. So let's go. Thank you so much. Coupon is here. Yes, Coupon's been a huge supporter of GameStop. I was reading some headlines, guys, and when I go through, I have this secret page that like people don't know about, and it's the way that I can view all the individuals who have blocked me over the years. And some guy gave me access to everybody, right? So I'm in there and I can see when they say the wrong things, and everybody's trying to focus on Marcus Lemonis. I don't know how to say his name. He is the actual CEO in charge of Beyond. I know it was Bed Bath & Beyond, but now it's just called Beyond Overstock. So he's in charge of that. And he asked for someone to do rebranding of the logo. He doesn't want the same colors as Bed Bath & Beyond anymore. He wants green, and he wants new logos. So that just tells me everything I need to know, separating himself from that company. And so for the individuals that are mad about that, they'll be okay. That's the way it works. Let's see. a lot of things in the financial world have been making a lot of sense. This is less bizarre, chapter 11, about Revlon. And I think I know why. No, you don't know why. Wow. These guys are trying to put themselves in the same world as Revlon. Revlon still exists, guys. Revlon still makes products. It is not the same thing. I think they don't even understand that when you're comparing apples to apples, they got to be apples. And these guys keep coming out with companies that have product or companies that have partnerships to sell their product. That is not the same thing as a business, as a retail business. There's no Revlon store. You're not going to go to a store and be like, oh, this is why you can't compare Hertz. You can't compare it. You got to go apples to apples. So when I compare Bed Bath & Beyond, let's go ahead and compare it to other retail stores like Linens and things, like Claire's, like other stores that went under and the restructuring of their deal didn't work out. Pier 1 Imports, the same thing. Those are all the same guys in charge. So there you go. Is BYON a good buy? Me personally, Winston, I wouldn't buy it. Not at all. So I just leave it there. That's all I can tell you. Not for me. Andrew Rossman. Yeah, I don't even care about that. So, okay, another thing. I'm having trouble with SEC. So I'm telling you guys right now, I feel for the safety of SUGov. I wanted to reach out to Bed Bath & Beyond and let them know after consulting with some people, and I couldn't. When I called Bed Bath & Beyond's corporate phone number, guess what? Disconnected because it doesn't exist anymore. I know. It's so sad. But whatever this cab driver is chasing around, I'm telling you now, guys, it's not good. I don't know who wants to meet up with them in Atlanta. Apparently, they sold 200, 300 tickets to this Atlanta meet and greet. That sounds ridiculous to me. Sounds like something that I don't want to see happen for a lot of people for all the right reasons. So avoid what you can or don't. That's all I can tell you. Pulte posting a picture 18 minutes ago of him wearing a Ryan Cohen t-shirt. I can't tell you how bad this guy wants to be relevant. And he doesn't even understand that when you don't buy the interaction, when you are genuine and you come from a good place, you will get it anyway. And that would be the difference. That's why DFV is so everyone gravitates towards him. And Ryan Cohen, like I told you, like an aircraft carrier. You know, everything comes to him. He's in the water, and when he moves, everyone moves with him. Like that's what that is. You guys are just trying to buy a place on the boat. That's all it is. So it's never going to happen. I also saw some more updates from failed TA guys on AMC stock where it's going to move to, and it moved all the way down to $4.25 a share. The equivalent is 42 cents. It's almost embarrassing about what happened there. So sorry for everything that happened there, but there you go. GME cut and handle pattern. Yeah, I mean you can go ahead and look at the if you look at M&A, not M&A. I'm so sorry. If you look at TA on the stock itself, it's kind of not the point of investing. There's a difference between trading and investing, guys. And traders are going to look at TA. Traders are going to look at the trends and the algos, and they're going to invest based off of TA. Me personally, I invest off of the story, the leadership, and the path to profitability. And you also got to ask yourself how much tread is on the tires. And rather than being oversaturated in the market like they currently were, 3 years ago, they've dumbed it down. They basically gave themselves new tires and a whole new playing field. The rest of America and the infinite platform, which would be e-commerce, to develop a better e-commerce platform and expand that. That's the eighth wonder of the world. You can't see it. You can't see it, but it's so big, the internet, that we're so small that only 100 people are in the chat right now. Right, 100 here and 10 over there, or whatever it was throughout the day. So I'm just telling you exactly what you can't imagine, and you will. It'll all show up one day for GameStop. It's going to be amazing. So people are going to have to start talking blockchain again. This whole NFT marketplace and or plugins. All that's going to come back. It takes time to adopt. And it takes capital. It really does. So if you don't want to use your capital that way, then that's the way it'll go. So I appreciate that. Sure, you can do a story on me. I bought my first business and countertop company at 24. This is too much, man. Pulte acts like he bought his first company with his own money. He didn't buy it with his own money. and he got gifted something, and no matter what he bought or what he did it with private equity. That's who planted him there on this family's board, and that's who allowed him to pump up the stock to where it was. And I'm telling you, what's his plan now? He said that his investment in the Bed Bath & Beyond bonds are not to get rich, but it's to help people get answers in a way that gives them potential legal basis to get answers. I don't even think he's smart enough to figure this out, but he's not a securities lawyer. So he's going to find out that he doesn't get interest or principal on those bonds, and they're going to be deemed worthless. And if they renegotiate, which they can, and give you a new bond, you want a new bond on what leverage? On what grounds? Like, what company are you buying? Guys, just so you guys know, bonds, okay? Just like use the phrase. Bonds are you're giving money to someone. You're letting someone borrow money. That's what a bond is. I buy a bond, right? Government bonds, whatever. You give the money. And you have a timeline to receive money back. On this bond, you don't. That's the point. Whenever you're buying bonds, giving money, letting them borrow money, it's at your own risk because they're a bankrupt company. Would you let someone that doesn't have a job, that doesn't make money, would you let them borrow money? Never. That's what they're doing when they buy bonds at Bed Bath & Beyond. Remember what I'm telling you. Thank you for the super chat right here. Great work, Marantz. F. Tendy Baron. I'll run it back later. Later back in the background. Thank you so much for the super chat, guys. That's amazing, Donko. Just amazing. And shout out to Donko. You know, Donko sent me a very personal message the other day, and it meant so much to me. And you guys don't know the story, or maybe you do, but I'll share it in a way respectfully without all the details. But because Donko said a lot of this stuff before in the chat, but about 2 years ago, Donko came to the channel. 2.5 years ago, he came to the channel, started watching YouTube, me, and what we do here. And I remember that he got diagnosed with cancer. I don't know what type of cancer. I don't know all the stories, ins and outs about that. But I just know that he used to tell me that the videos and the live streams got him through. It got him through his hard time in life, and I couldn't believe it. And it gave me a reason to wake up. Right? Like, I was like, man, all right, I'll do it. I'll do another video. Like, I got to be there, for whoever and whatever. So many of you guys have reached out to me over the years and told me that, Marantz, you get me through my long, hard days, through my mornings. The house is empty without you. I'm dealing with this relationship. I'm dealing with this financial hardship. And it's the videos and the voice and the info. Because why would you want to watch like Kardashians? Or why would you want to watch a scary movie? Why would you want to watch nonsense when you could literally come here to the show, learn a lot about life, literally welcome back to Marantz Rantz, plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, and no financial advice. But why wouldn't you? I don't watch anything unless it's educating my mind, stimulating what's going forward for me. So I hope that's what we do in a large way for you guys. So thank you so much for the support on the channel. Appreciate it, guys, as always. Does he game enough? I game a lot, man. I game a lot, and I really appreciate that. So there you go. Rocket's prime for liftoff. Sure. He has a mustache, not the real negative. Oh, okay. Cool. Midday Marantz. Chris Mickshaw, for me, it's morning. It's barely 11 o'clock right now. Been live for an hour, so I went live at 10. I tried to. Told my wife, hey, I'm going live, because now I'm in the room. I don't even know what the acoustics sound like. Can you guys tell me if it sounds a little bit less echoey? If it doesn't, I'm going to put up more soundproofing, and I'm still working on getting a better mic, but I can't afford it right now. I just can't, and I won't, and I don't want to. I'm not a guy who's going to do a GoFundMe for my kids and my college and my life or whatever. It doesn't work that way for me. I don't need to raise money for a computer or lighting or a better camera. None of that. Everything I have is me, right? Bought the mic at GameStop, bought the lighting at GameStop, the camera my daughter bought me as a gift, and my computer. My wife and I put our money together and we got it at Sam's Club. So, yeah, I've worked at the desk. I got it at Costco, but that took me 3 years to get. And I've been grinding very slowly to put this together, but I'm telling you guys right now, if I had the money for a new microphone and everything, I would just give it to my wife. And I wouldn't even spend it. No, I need to help. I need to help out our family. I need to do some things that we're dealing with right now. So that's what I'm doing. So if you guys are wondering why I'm not investing more money into other things, and people always say, why aren't you investing right now? You know, all these years that I've been doing so good, this is one of those moments where things are tight. So we're getting tight and we're getting it right, and that's it. But you won't see a GoFundMe out of me, okay? You won't ever see that. I'm such a man that my pops knows what's going down. I talked to him yesterday, and my dad goes, hey, you know I got it. Come get it. And I go, nah, I don't need it, Pops. I'm going to make it. So it's just the way I was built. It's the way I was raised. And we're going to be all right. Oh, nice. New setup. Hedge fund so gorgeous. Yeah. So gracious. Oh, I'm sorry. So gorgeous. I read that gorgeous. I was like, yeah. Yeah, somebody saw my wife last night on TikTok, and they were like, damn, you got a nice... I was like, what did you think I was going to have? You thought I was going to have a linebacker like Rico? Nah, I ain't got no linebackers, bro. I got a good-looking girl. Thank you. Mustache Banana is an imposter. Well, there you go. I like that hoodie, bro. A legend to be. I got another one I'm going to wear tomorrow on the live stream. But this is from the mods. The mods bought me the hoodie. So shout out to the mods. I appreciate you guys putting your money together for Christmas. You know, I never want gifts. I'm always trying to give you guys stuff, not me get stuff. So I was pleasantly surprised when I got the package. That's right. I'm out here. I'm out of here. Catch us later. Have a good day, everyone. Negative Banana, thank you so much, man. New camera angle. Yeah, a couple of new angles. If you're also doing TikTok, there's another one there too. I noticed that. Loving it. Thank you so much. Are those Super NES games? Yes, it is. Yeah, I have these right here. But then you guys can't see, but I also have like tons more. Like I have stacks of them, right? Like I have just stacks everywhere. And that's not even all of them. That's like half. All this stuff I have it's not even half of the stuff because my son has all his stuff. So he's got crazy stuff going on. And I'm just chilling out. It's just me. And I had so many jokes last night. Someone was like, yo, you got a picture of Rico's ex? And I was like, yeah. And I went like this. I went, yeah, you know, Rico's ex. I was like that. And I was having so much fun last night with these guys and playing music and dancing and just having a good time to myself. I needed that. I needed last night. I didn't want to go on YouTube. I was just, we were moving the rooms around. We were doing stuff. And I'll still be working on stuff. Oh, man, yeah. Super NES. Great studio setup, bro. Love it. Thanks so much, Jay. Love the setup. It's your man cave. Yeah, Josh Brown. It's a little bit more than that, but we're working on it. I'm going to be putting up soundproofing on the roof, on the sides. I already talked to the wife about everything. Thank you for keeping it real, Marantz. I'm trying my best. Kai's is a maniac. Yeah, somebody call somebody. Somebody let him know because it's too much, man. Kai's is very dangerous. The video is old. There's nobody working at Bed Bath & Beyond headquarters anymore. Steve, and that's more concern, right? The fact that this individual drives around town and then he saves all the videos for a later date, it doesn't make it any less offensive. You're violating, you're breaking rules and laws, and you just don't know it. You don't understand what the laws are. But who knows? About 35 shares this morning. Unfortunately, it was at 1470. Now I'm sad. Why would you be sad? Matt breaks cards. We just talked about this. What's your time horizon on the buy that you just bought? You just bought 35 shares. What do you need the money? By year 10 or year 5? When do you need the money? You got to really learn how to invest. Old or new doesn't matter. That's straight up stalking someone. Thank you, Kuban. That's exactly what it is. He bought only one. What's up, family? How we doing? Hello to the GME family. Thank you so much. Legend. Yeah, you know, I found out that the guys in Europe say legend a lot. I got asked a question by James Janney, and I didn't answer him. And I want to put this out there right now, guys. I've interviewed with James Janney. I don't know if he's going to put me in the documentary after what I'm going to say. And it's not even that. I want to explain something to you guys. A lot of you guys know that I'm going to drop the James Janney interviews. I'll put them all out once the documentary comes out, or maybe even a little bit before that. It'll be on the paid side of the channel. It'll be for the guys who support the channel. They'll be able to see them unedited to a point. Like they'll be clipped in smaller chunks. Only because I did 5 hours of recorded interviews, I want to say. Maybe 6 hours of recorded interviews, 7 hours of recorded interviews. literally. And if you don't put that in the documentary, right? Like, what do you do? But they go, want to do a documentary about your channel and about the communities that have grown since GameStop took off. And, they're trying to call everybody a cult and they're doing all this stuff. And so the first time I ever interacted with these guys, James directly and his producers and stuff, they talked to me like they didn't know much about markets. We don't know much. Can you tell us a story? And they gave me that pitch. And it felt weird because I'm like, I'm educating you on a topic you're about to do a documentary on, but you don't know anything about it. Like, it didn't seem genuine to that point. Then the second interview was, hey, we're going to interview you, but as if we've never met. I don't act too well. And then they knew a lot more about the markets. Like, they've been studying for 2 years, for 2 months, 2 to 3 months. So yes, I get it. If you've been studying for 2 or 3 months, you're going to understand a lot more about this than most. But here's where you disconnect with me. I was sent a message and it said, Marantz, can you tell me the origins of grammarica, and what it means to you, or give me a better definition? I'm having trouble finding a definition and what it means. That's not my story to tell. You're doing the documentary on GameStop, on the communities. Why do you need to know what the definition is or the origins? Why can't you? Do you guys know how much work I've done for this documentary, for this guy? For James? I don't know James. I don't know him at all. But I assure you, I've hooked him up with people, gave him ideas and names for the doc. Okay, we'll go talk to this person. We'll do this. Marantz, do you know about this? Yeah. Can we interview you about this? Okay, so I'm the core source for all things great on GameStop. But who are the haters on the other side? I know they already did Hannah Reloaded. I know they've already talked to the Meltdowners, even more so. Dan Olson and the boy, whoever. Like, I get it. All the haters have been talked to. And I'm the guy who has to defend it. And I have to explain. I was like, man, where's my credit? Put my name on the byline and say, the documentary from James Jennings and Marantz. If that's the case, if I'm the one giving you all the damn info, that's how I feel right now. And I didn't answer him back. I didn't even repeat back to him. Because I felt it so condescending what he said last time. When he said, I have enough GameStop people already. I don't need any more. All in the same breath to ask me, do you have one more? And I was like, and I sent him the real DMT. And Dan told me why he didn't do it. And I respect it, and that's between me and Dan. And I've talked to Platinum, literally talked to Platinum on the phone about it. And I've talked to Badass about it. And I'll tell you what, I'm very protective of GameStop's info. Extremely protective. So if they want to paint it a certain way, I'm coming out swinging. And I have receipts. I'm just letting you know. Say your story. Say your part. You'll find out. These are not threats. I'm telling you. I'm a man. Good morning, everyone. Hey, Marantz, let's get it, millionaires. You'll know what's going down. Yeah, I know it sounds a lot worse on TikTok because you need to be on YouTube. YouTube is where I have everything. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll work on that. But yeah, it's not for... I don't do my acoustics for TikTok. I do it for YouTube. So my YouTube should be sounding a whole lot better. That's my point. Since you're having a hard time financially, why would you continue all the videos? Why not go back to work at Costco? That's a good question. Well, let's answer that for you. One, I'm not having a hard time financially. I'm just buckling down on what I have been doing my whole life. I was built for this buckle down that we're doing. And I do work. I get paid a salary. And I do fine. So with or without you and your negativity, I'm going to make it. So thank you so much over there on TikTok. And yeah, don't worry. I just put a lot more pressure on my back than anyone else's. So nothing's on my wife's or my daughter's or my son. I'll take all the stress. I'll take it all. The only difference is, guys, on YouTube, if you guys want to know the truth, I tell you guys. I live in front of you. That's what this whole channel is. It always has been. So if you think you're the only one going through hardships, if you think you're the only one, this is not all roses on here. I'm not just sitting here smoking cigars. It's going to be a rough year. But I'm going to make it. Yeah, the financial struggles, as you call it, is that I don't have excess cash to buy more GameStop shares today. That's the financial struggles, right? But is that really a struggle? Is that a struggle that's going to take away food from my mouth? No. Is it going to take away clothes off my kid's back? Not at all. Am I going to lose the shelter? No. All the necessities in life are covered. So what you're worried about is the same thing that everyone else is worried about. Marantz, what's your position? How big is it? How much money do you have in it? Enough that I can handle that if something like this happens, I don't have to sell. So I said I'll speak on it when it's time to speak on it in detail. It's just not yet. It's coming real soon. But when I can tell you guys will know. I promise you. We're working it out. We're working it out. Better be real because I have 100K of it in GameStop. Yeah, there you go, man. Canadian money isn't real. It better be real. GME stock will be sitting at least $65 per share. The same time next year, in my opinion, the growth in the price will be based on pure fundamentals by then, equivalent to $260 pre-split. Jay, I mean, I could see it being around close to those numbers, but I can also see it being a whole lot more, just depending on what happens. Thank God Marantz showed up. I had to listen to the AMC Daniel W. DCA dorks in a space call on my burner make us look so effing ignorant. Yeah, I don't talk to Daniel W. The guy's terrible. They all are. All the guys. I've never met someone on Twitter that I would want to hang out with in real life. None of them. Certainly not. Even when Bill Pulte's right there, Amy, we should go out or whatever. That's so gross. But no, the Twitter guys have come over to YouTube. Those are guys I like. Like Coupon. I met Coupon on Twitter, and then he came over. So some people on Twitter, when they see who I am for the first time, like I've walked into Mullen Automotive spaces because they don't know who I am, and they'll try to talk tough about Mullen Automotive like it's a good thing, and then I just start hitting them with the connect the dots, I guess, episode 20 and 26, and they don't know what to do at that point. It's like they're in pieces, and I feel kind of bad. They're like, man, where'd this guy come from? But sometimes Jay shows up. Jay Kerwin will show up, and it's funny. He'll be in there and be like, yo, man, Marantz about to cook. And are you scared to have a debate with Running with Bears on the financials of GameStop without insulting him and talking over him? Oh, there we go. So I knew this guy was somebody, nobody. So thanks, Derek. Welcome to Ignore, because I just started ignoring everything you have to write. Not scared to have a debate with Running with Bears. If you guys know, we killed it, tore it apart. And he's completely wrong on his ideas of what GameStop is and where they're headed, because they don't even understand. They don't understand what Ryan Cohen's doing. I told him how the SG&A was working out. I think I'm the first guy to tell everyone. And you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I'll be gladly corrected, because I know Tony De Niro doesn't know what the hell he's talking about when it comes to financials. But I was the first YouTuber, the first person to tell anyone that GameStop's SG&A was hiding their true profit. And if people don't understand how I meant that or how that's being done, well, then you really need to hang out with me more often. That's all I'm going to say. Doubt they can allow it. They'll strike it down. There you go. I've had the same job since I was 12. Good job, man. After military, me at 30-year career, pull the plug, get it. The same morning rise, up and grind down, drip every effing day. Same algo. Yeah, we don't mind. New studio looks nice. Thank you so much, RP. Appreciate that. Find a company where the CEO isn't getting paid and the board buys as often as this board does. GME is super undervalued right now. Yeah, without a doubt. It's one of a kind. One of a kind. It's as the guy that makes all those videos, it's the one stock that we own and the corporations don't. So you'll know exactly what happens. I sold a lot of my NVIDIA, and I'm happy about it. But god dang, it's ripping. Sir Moist, you can't, right? What I always tell people is congratulate people when they sell. Like, honestly, when people sell GameStop, I'm just like, thank you so much for selling those shares. Now we can go buy them at $11, $12, $13. If you wouldn't have sold at a loss, then we would never be able to buy it for us as gain. It's going to be a gain for us. Like, that's literally how I see it. There's no way. Guys, I'm telling you, you are in an infinite win. I'm not bullshitting you. I'm not like, hey, this is AMC and America. No, I'm not even saying Ryan Cohen. That has nothing to do with Ryan or the leadership. Nah, just look at the fundamentals, guys. Look at the damn numbers. And it's unbelievable. And eventually one day, the stock price will be equivalent to what it should be for the fundamentals that you see. Good life experience is here. Absorb it in, folks, and learn. Slow and steady. Watch your lifestyle. Live healthy. And all will be better, without a doubt. I like the new setup. Thank you. Let's have them go, family. Marantz, 3 years ago, you were bullish. No, God. Hedgies, just fancy headbands and socks. We play in the same game. Absolutely. Come on, guys. We need more. There we go. I read that part. AMC pump and dump from day one. Marantz made a great trade on that, and so did I with initial squeeze. It was always a swing for both of us. $4.50 crap now, and call it, a long time ago. Without a doubt, Rocco, I sold off on AMC. I sold it at $29, $28. I sold it there, and then I sold it again at $49 and $47, somewhere in that range. I've posted the sales before, but it wasn't even about the dollar amounts or anything. It's just knowing what we knew. For me, all the profit went straight into GameStop. Marantz, why hasn't smart money bought into GameStop yet, considering the equity per share? Sure, I'll explain that, Anthony. So when you say equity per share, if you guys are not familiar, the book value of GameStop is anywhere from 20 to 30% at times. That's going to be straight cash, homie, right? Cash, $1.2 billion worth of cash and equities. And book value-wise, that's big, considering you're getting about $4 discount per share. So if the shares today are $14, take away $4, you're buying this company at $10 a share, essentially, because that you take away the cash from that equation. GameStop's the highest ratio for equity per share in retail, period. No one's better. And the blue chip companies are not better either, if we're talking about like the FANG stocks, right? Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, Google, Amazon, whatever it is. I already read that one. All the big companies, they don't have a better equity per share. Just GameStop. GameStop has the highest. So why hasn't smart money bought in yet? I'll explain. Smart money doesn't make that phone call until GameStop shows a profit. And when GameStop shows a profit, they're going to show a plan. And the plan is, even if it's just to get, $50 million of profit or $100 million of profit a year, a quarter, whatever it may be, that eventually is going to turn into something amazing, because the more cash on hand they put on the books, the more people are going to find value. You got to remember this, guys. Quarter 4 is going to generate $200 to $300 million cash for GameStop. I'm telling you, they're going to go from 1.2 to about 1.3, 1.4, 1.5. That range. It's going to go up. And if people see it happen that way, and they have no cash burn, you now know it's an infinite thing. Like, it can literally do this every time. It's been a rocky period. It's been a rocky year for the economy, and yet GameStop still progresses and still prevails, because when people start losing jobs and interest rates go up, people stop spending money. They buckle down, and they're just going to stay home. They're not going to go out, and people forget that this is the inverse, because people will stay home and play video games. I'm telling you, I know it, and kids are born every day. So you eventually will transition out of this baby boomer lifestyle mindset, and you'll eventually go into this tech hub. And that's why GameStop will be considered a tech company soon enough, because they eventually will go this route. And everyone, it's generational. The kids like us who were there at midnight in line getting video games, we're now going to be the actual parents of the kids that are in line getting video games. They will be parents as well. It's cyclical. It's just going to keep growing. And it's like being invested into funeral homes. You're not going to lose. It's inevitable. So they'll eventually come over once they see the profit, Anthony. Why? Some people just have to see the number. And, to see a profit, you'll get a core group of people. To see earnings per share increased over quarter, you'll see another group of people. And then when they pay a dividend, you'll see another group of people. And then when they get to the S&P 500, you're going to see another group of people. So it's in waves. It's in waves. It's not all at once. It's not like the movies. It's not this FOMO, as they call it. There's no such thing. The FOMO that's created is driven by the billions of dollars worth of equity that goes into the markets. But that's institutional money. That is not retail money. That's not how it works. So I'm just letting you know. Smart money, institutional money will come through. It'll be in waves, and there has to be about 4 or 5 things that have to happen, and it'll get bigger and bigger and bigger. It's going to be bigger than you could imagine. Just people are looking at it at $20 a share, $15 a share, and saying, this is where we're at. Well, guess what? We're at the bottom. We're at the nucleus of it all, right? Now it gets to expand and explode. And in Big Bang Theory, we're just forever expanding. That's GameStop, and it'll eventually get there. And I know it. It's going to take time. I'm good with it. I have all the time in the world. I'm not going anywhere. But it really helps that I'm age equivalent to Ryan Cohen. So I think we're in this together. Cannot wait for quarter four earnings. Let's go. I'm with you. We can wait. She's a spade demon. Please keep trying to get me to sell my shares, guys. I finally did it. I bought more. I have 52. No, Cranky Tobin, I have 51. Still have 51. I'm never going to get out of that. I work at a major bank, and our CIO, Chief Investment Officer, came out yesterday saying she only expects two rate cuts this year, totaling 50 basis bips. If it's going to be 50 basis points in the second half of the year, I mean that's cool, Burger Crunch. That's cool. So what does that mean? That means a half a point, guys. Half a point, which is basically nothing. Nothing compared. Cut in March, just in time for GameStop earnings. Oh, you better believe it. A dishonest? I won't even say that. You guys are too much for me, bro. I can't speak that way on, and why Murray comes back, I'll never know. I won't be reading the dumb chat today, guys. Not too much of it. Isn't Tandy Baron a fat slob that was promoting Bed Bath & Beyond during the 900 dilution? Yes, Jerry Diamond, he was. Tonko Native's voice, hello, Marantz Rantz. You know, this guy, he tries to tell me what's stuck in between my legs as if he's seen it. I couldn't believe it. How about you saying the NFT marketplace will be worth trillions? How about it, Josh? Is it over yet? Is the day over? There you go. I'm excited about Bama losing everything. Yeah, absolutely. My name is Rico Knows, and I know nothing. Is Google hiding the true profit in SG&A? No, probably not. You maybe see. There we go, Derek. I said I was going to ignore you. I have to. Guys, when they say I said GameStop's hiding their profit within their SG&A, it's because they were hiding their expenses in there. They weren't breaking it down line by line. But if you knew what was in that SG&A and you know what's not going to be in it next year, then you know exactly the amount of profit margin they're about to have. It's going to be crazy. You guys want to know why they're better operators or why these margins and why they hit SG&A? Go look at the gross profit. Like, you literally have to look at it. They have infinitely better margins on the items they're selling, and then those margins in turn create a 24% increase, 26% increase on the SG&A side. So yeah, to have that 5% decrease in SG&A is massive. What does that mean? 32% of their gross profit, okay? Of their gross profit, 32% SG&A ate into that. Now it's 25. Now it's 27%. That's huge. That's straight to the bottom line. I can't even give it to you any better way than that. You're great at calling out others, but can't simply use the same logic on yourself for GameStop. Thanks, Josh. I know I'm great. Thank you. That's all I read. You're great. If Marantz is so wrong, why are you watching him? Thank you, Leo. If I'm so wrong, then why do you guys come back every day? Yeah, I got you. And it's not true. There's no train wreck here. So watching a train wreck gets a lot of views. Yeah. Guys, in and out. Got to fix those heaters. Thank you, Ruben. Appreciate you for showing up. Ruben, my brother in arms. Appreciate it, man. We love echo chambers. That's why I got out of the other room, right? We love our stock, and the only stock that has not gone to zero yet. No, it's not going to zero, so I don't know what to tell you guys. Once again, shout out to Donko for the super chat. Appreciate you, bro. I'm just getting warmed up, Josh. Yep. Why Josh here? No lifelong triggered. Go hang out with PP Seeds and Tendy Baron. Tendy? Who does he think he is? DFV? Hardly. I got to balance my family, bro. Keep it up the good fight, Marantz. Thank you so much. So Doug Murray came back again. What's funny is how Marantz will block and kick anyone with different opinions. He's a hypocrite. That's not true. It's like if you had a different opinion, Doug, let me explain it to you, Doug Murray. If you have a different opinion and you don't agree with me, great. The Discord's open. Come on in. Let's have a conversation. But until you put your name behind it, your face behind it, and your words behind it, you're no one. So now you're just a troll. And it might be the same troll coming in on different accounts, but that's what I'm telling you. I'm the only one willing to put my face and my name out here and make a video. You're not. That's the biggest difference here. So, yeah. Hard and then pretends it didn't happen. Yeah, I know. Where's the 500 stores closing down? Where was that update? Where was that announcement? Where was that rumor from? I just want to know, tell me, Tendy Baron, where you got the rumor of 500 stores closing, because I want to be in the same rumor mill, because I'm not getting it, and yet I know everything about GameStop, right? I mean, that's why you're here, because I know everything about GameStop. I know the shit you don't know. You guys wouldn't even know what private equity is and does for these companies and connecting dots and planting people on boards from the origins of Drexel. You wouldn't even know it. You wouldn't know the inner workings of anything if I didn't do the DD. And then to sit there and be like, oh yeah, Marantz gets fed DD. That's crazy, man. You know what's the shit I get fed? I get fed the troll DD. I get fed, hey Marantz, look at these trolls. Can you expose them? That's what I get fed. When it comes to connect the dots, nah. I do it all myself, literally by myself, and no one can take that from me because none of you guys do it. So no. All you meltdowners, you guys missed the boat on that one. It's crazy. There you go. It's crazy. I just responded to you and debunked what you said, meaning you just got caught lying and you look like you're getting exposed. That's funny as F. There you go. Nice new setup. Thank you, Carly. No name. Appreciate you. You just said he blocked people like you with opposing views. Yeah, you just punked. Yeah, exactly, because I'm right here not blocking them, and I'm reading everything they're saying, so how is that not possible? But you're here again, you just exposed again. Yeah, see, Jerry Diamond's telling you your logic doesn't make any sense because you have opposing view, and I haven't blocked you, and you guys are all here, all of you guys. So a little bit of an echo compared to the last location, but still sounds good. Okay, a new mic is not in the budget. No, not right now, Amo. Not right now. You know that. Amo knows what's going on in my life, but we're good. Rube is here. Marantz's subscription-only video section. What's he talking about? Just like the other guys. Yeah, just like the other guys. Come on in for the $3 and find out. The $3 that we charge on the channel for the members-only videos, that's just me trying to give value to the members of the channel. That's it. For the platform that we built. And for what we do. So, yeah. Is it an arm and a leg? Am I breaking it down? Nah. Do you have to sign up? Not at all. I literally told you what the video is about. I'll tell you what it is. I'll even make it public in a little bit. That's it. So, Marantz, if you're down on money, having a hard time right now, why don't you go to work more hours at Costco? Hours don't matter, man. I work 13 hours a day, 12 hours a day. So, the GameStop bags make good soundproofing. I'll work that out. Worrying about investors down in their investment. I wonder if you... There you go. They're all worried about it. I don't even know what to tell you guys. He recorded her license plate. Yeah, man. It's too much for me. Have given any hugs to AMC investors. Yeah. It's chilly in here. These trolls don't learn. Wow, the YouTube does sound way better. Thank you, Billy Durbitz. I told you it would. Is it true that Rico only loses fights to guys with big utes? He loses to fat guys? Yeah, they just smother him with their belly. When do we get to see the interviews? Soon enough, man. This setup is less triggering for me. Is that because I took away the hats? Is that what it is? I took away everything else? Yeah. It was just one of those things. I have all my stuff from my old room. I just I haven't set it all up, and I was like telling my wife I don't even have a shelf because what I wanted like a whiteboard so that like if I had to like draw and do all this stuff for you guys, I was gonna do that. And she's like, babe, just go up there and talk. You don't need to do all that. I was like, okay, yeah. There is no way Marantz could sit down and have a thoughtful debate with Bears. Marantz gets too triggered. That's just not true. We've had plenty of discussions, and Bears giggles and laughs like a schoolgirl. So go watch it. I already interviewed him. Go watch it, and he gets destroyed every time. We know that GameStop is undervalued. If valued correctly, what share price do you think would be accurate valuation? Meow meow. Right now, I think GameStop's in the range of around $40, $42 a share, fundamentally. And that's at the current levels. So that would put it into the S&P 500. So now it has new value, right? New valuation, and that would trigger so many other things. So I would tell you, giving out a dividend and getting to the S&P 500, those are the steps that I called out years ago. I'm still waiting for them to happen, and they will eventually happen. So that's how I see it. I like the new view. Thank you so much. Why did Marantz stop reading the bullish comment? He can't handle the truth. I just read it, I guess. I wouldn't be delighted if you go to Marantz's Discord. You can debate him. Yeah. I would be delighted. Yeah, I mean, I'd be delighted. I'm still there, guys. So if you guys want to join the chat, you guys want to debate me, or whatever you guys call it, click on the link. Click on the link. If it's not a link, just copy and paste and put it in and come on over. And he put already banned. So that should tell you who you are. That should tell you who you are. And then to say my Asian mod just kicks anyone who has a counter thoughts on GME. Why does race have anything to do with it? Right? Like nationalities or anything. The mod himself. Like, I don't understand putting. It's like this is like that reporter that was interviewing for the Patriots, right? New England Patriots. They just hired a new coach, Rod Mayo, and they're like, "Hey, you're the first black coach, and how does it feel?" And black coaches, blah blah. It was all black, 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 black. And I'm just telling you, it has nothing to do with that. The best candidate for the job got the job. If you can coach, if you can talk, in this case, Kyoto's the best candidate to be my right-hand man. Now, you guys want truth? I'll give you some truth right now. I've seen pictures of Kyoto. I've never personally talked to Kyoto on the phone. Not one time. Not one time. Think about that for a second. And think about how much faith and trust we have in each other with this channel. He's my right-hand man. And everyone. Kyoto could be a girl, right? Kyoto could be you. You'll never know. D. Harmonic. D. Harmonic just left the chat. He was in the chat. He was going to talk, but he doesn't have the cajones to talk, so that's okay. But whenever you're ready, D. whatever, are you back for more? Aeon Man, you're in the chat. Now you're gone. Is that true that Guy Pulte is suing you? No, it's not true. He said, I'm thinking about doing it, but I think he has a lot of other stuff to deal with.
Sometimes Jay shows up. Jay Kerwin will show up, and it's funny.
Okay.
He'll be in there.
Cool, Leo. Hi.
And are you scared to have a debate with Bears on the financials of GameStop without?
I have to mute this guy because he has me on echo and he's on delay. So, are you ready to talk, Cool Leo? Because you have me on delay. You got to turn off the thing. So, he's not ready to talk. He's just going to be put on mute. And then GS8050. I have so many people in the Discord right now trying to talk to me. GS805, what's up? You got the floor too. Everyone has the floor. They won't talk. They don't know how to use this thing. It's okay. While the YouTube does sound. Thank you so much, man. I got to read all this chat. This blocked out chat, I don't think I have to read anymore. Because if this guy's already blocked and banned on the thing, I'm just going to go ahead and say thank you so much for coming today, man. Appreciate you. Marantz, I'm a contractor for Crown Castle. They're our biggest client. Are they screwed? Ooh, Ray, yeah, in my mind they are. Private equity's all in that bitch. Elliot's in there. So, me personally, that's the way I see Crown Castle. I think they're going to be cutting out their assets, but they planted their people. So, whatever it may be, man. If it's your job, I don't want to scare you that way. But just know they might keep you. Who knows? They might keep you. But you just don't know. I'm saying for investing wise, for the investor, I don't think it's a good investment. They might like you guys. You guys might be giving them a sweetheart deal. So yeah, I wouldn't worry too much. But that's the way it goes. Afternoon, Marantz. I can't wait for the day when GME hits it big and I can change my name to Big Fry. Keep up the great info. Small Fry for now. Yeah, no problem, man. I'm going to try my best. And when it does hit one day, we'll all be sitting here. We'll all be just saying, we told you so and all that good stuff. But it'll change my life because I feel like I put in so much. Like, I don't even think people know how much work I put in. Like, my wife even told me yesterday. She's like, I realize how much you work, babe. Like, she's like, it's unbelievable. And I was like, what do you mean? I was like, what do you mean it's unbelievable? She's like, every free second you have, you're reading, you're studying, you're educating yourself so that I can have these conversations. And I was like, yeah. I was like, it's who I am. I want to do it. Like, I want to learn. And she's like, yeah. She's like, you're crazy. And she said it in a good way, I thought. But she says I do a lot for the family. So I was like, that's all I ever need, man. You guys ever want to feel good? You ever want to feel like those messages I get from you guys? Like, I get so many DMs. It's crazy. And I read them. Don't think I don't read them. And people send me like their info. They'll send me their address, their phone number, call me, text me. And it's not that I don't reply back to you and be like, yeah, here you go. Here's my number, blah, blah, blah. It's nothing like that. It's just I read it and then I get to the next message. And sometimes I don't go back to the last one. And it takes me time. But there's just so many. And, between all the hating messages, which I have plenty of, there's a lot of love out of this community and this group of people that understand what we're doing and why we do it. So, no hidden. You can answer TikTok questions. Sure, Charlie. If you have one, I'll definitely answer one. So, I don't know, the YouTubers can't get through here. They're already blocked and banned on the channel. So now they're over here on TikTok, all the trolls. So sure. But if Charlie has a question about anything, I'll answer it, sure. BAM investor should have went with the real GameStop investment instead of the scam swap corn crime ring. Yeah, well, BAM investor got it wrong like 3 years ago. But we knew that. We told him. And I made videos and I said, this BAM investor guy is completely wrong about his TA and his announcements. But yeah, he was bad. You bought the Atari Marantz, a DRS GME? No, this was a gift from the mods. I don't want to drop the whole thing. This was a gift from the mods in the channel. Right here. We haven't hooked it up yet because I just got it yesterday. I was cleaning up, but yeah, it's from GameStop. And it has 200 games, 200 plus games. It has the controllers, everything. But I have my TV right here in my gaming room and my man cave that my wife let me. She let me do whatever I want with this room. It's crazy, man. I've never been able to do it that way because we've had, kids living in our house forever, and still have the kids living in the house, but we just moved them around, and my little man got a bigger room. He got his own room, so I took over his room, and this room used to have an arcade in it, and because it's my son's favorite room. And my wife finally said, because I said, babe, can I get that room? And she always said no, but. Like those are PS3 games, like all these PS3 games, Minecraft, Skyrim, Black Ops 2, Destiny, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. I've got a whole bunch of stuff. I had to give up the Switch the Switch and the Wii to my daughter. And then I got 2 PS4s in here and I got a PS5 in the other one. And it all depends what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm still setting this all up. I'm doing my best. I've never seen Marantz block anyone with a difference in opinions, unlike AMC YouTubers. Correct, Dr. Eva. I don't block them. I'd want to talk to them all. But at some point, these guys, the harassers, they're very different. Discord link is invalid. I think it's good now because everybody's clicking on it. I would have to know. I would have known about private equity if you hadn't done connect the dots. Thanks, Badass Trade. Badass Trade actually put me up on it. He helped me. He helped me see the bigger picture in a way. And so at the beginning, I used to run everything through Badass Trader. Hey, Badass, what about this? What about that? And then he would tell me, be like, no, Marantz, timelines don't match up. Or, those headlines don't match up. I'm like, okay. So then I really knew what I was looking for. And that's when I started going in. So not to the level that you ran it with, though. Yeah, Badass, it's all about time. It's all about having the time to do it, so, and the energy. And then, of course, if you can paint the picture. So that's why I do it. I'm just dying to know how much he made per comment during this stream. These shills are so entertaining. Yeah, Leo, they are. They're not entertaining for me, but they are for you guys. But personally, yeah, I'm done. The closer we get to earnings day, the more shills we get. Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. They just don't stop coming out. So that's cool. I guess I'm used to that part. I get to read this chat. I'm trying to get through the chat. I'm trying to enjoy my day. I'm off today, guys. I actually took this whole week. My wife and I needed some time to communicate. You know what? I'm going to tell you guys. I'm going to tell you guys what's going on. Okay? And I said I wouldn't that way, but I'm going to tell you guys. Because I don't hide things from you guys, but I want you guys to know my mindset and what's going down. My wife is in commercial real estate. A lot of you guys know this. And she, I got home from work on last Friday, and I wanted to make videos and I wanted to be live with you guys. I want to do everything with you guys. And I come home and I see her and she's broken. And I'm just like, whoa, wait a minute. I'm like, all right, baby, what's going on? And they basically lost a whole avenue of her portfolio that she manages. And rather than distributing the portfolio, they went ahead and gave her a severance package and they let her go. And it was really earth-shattering because we weren't prepared for that. We're prepared for life. We're a team. We're going to make it. Doesn't matter. And at that moment, I was thinking about all the scriptures I've been reading and all the info I give you guys. And I'm always telling you guys, God takes away and gives back, and you got to break it down to build it back up. And I'm saying all this to myself, and I'm like, yo, baby, no, it's not a bad thing. It's a great thing. We're gonna make it. We're gonna, I'm positive by nature, and that night it was such a gut punch. I didn't want to go to YouTube. I didn't want to make a video. Just want to hold her, right? So we were talking, and I said, Mama, it's okay. We're going to be all right. We don't want to worry the kids. We don't want to worry anyone. We don't want to worry our family, our friends. So we went through it. We were talking, and like, what's our next move? I said, I don't care what our next move is. Our next move is we're going to be together. That's it. Cardboard box, no cars, no house. Doesn't matter. I make a lot of money. I'm just going to tell you right now. I'm just straight up. I get paid very well from Costco. And when I say a lot of money, it's relative, right? Like I get paid enough to where I can afford what I have. But I can't do it without her. I can't. I wouldn't want to, and that's not the plan. So I said, Mama, don't worry. Now, of course, my babe, she's like, hey, I'm a burden, I'm this. That's how she's feeling inside, right? You got to feel that way. So we scramble, and we're making it. We're making it work. We're going to make it work. So when you guys see me giving more time to my family, and me not going live, and me not making videos, and me not posting the last 5 days, like the other day I said, I'm going to go live, whatever. And then you saw me out with my wife. We went out for drinks. We went out to a nightclub that was empty. There was nobody dancing. No one was there at all on Martin Luther King Day. I took the day. I went to work and I said, hey, guys, I'm off tomorrow. And my boss was like, okay. Like, I'm going to take my day off tomorrow. I'm going to take a vacation day tomorrow. Because I wanted to be home with my wife to comfort her. So, since she's going to be home, okay, and she's going to be home for a while until we figure everything out, I took myself out of the room. I didn't want to have my studio in the bedroom like I have been for the last 2 years. I want her to have her place. I want her to have her home back. And she'll get it all in order and she'll feel better about it. And I didn't want to be in the room ranting and yelling and playing games and doing all that while she's sitting there, still trying to figure out what she's got going. So it's a respect thing. It's a move that I felt was necessary. But it was amazing, the message I got from my wife. And she'll watch this video one day. She probably won't right now. Yesterday, my wife texted me and told me that I'm the best husband in these last 5 days than I've ever been. And I was just like, wow. It leaves a lot to be desired. That's it. So, I'm not a comedian. I'm not a shill. I'm not a Wall Street guy. I'm you. I'm you. I go through heartache. I go through hardships. I go through arguments. I go through life. And I own GameStop. But if you want to know why I'm not buying shares, or why I'm buckling down, or why I'm stressed, or why I have it all on my back, it's because it's a real man moment. And I'm not afraid of it. I'm not afraid to tell you. I'm not afraid to get emotional about it. Those kids you guys watch on the screen, those guys who are out there trying to be funny and cheer and do all that, those guys could never do what I'm doing right now. So I'm picking up every odd job I can. I'm working. I'm grinding. And I'm staying positive. So you guys are like at a timely time, right? Like you guys come in with the encouragement and the words, and it means a lot to me. But that woman needs me, and I want to be there for her every day. So we'll build up, and we'll break it down, and we'll build it up again. But I've been doing this for 3 years, almost, and it's probably one of the hardest weeks of my life, even while being positive. So, yeah, I'm just a real person. That's all I'm telling you. All right, let's get back to it. Let's get back to the good shit. All right, so, yeah, this guy. You know, some people write to me and they tell me, well, you know, if you're going through hard, then why are you on YouTube? And that's not a manly thing to do. And it's like, okay, well, then you wouldn't know the testimony and you wouldn't know the story. You wouldn't understand it. And I navigate this and I say, maybe this is supposed to happen. Maybe this is the way it's supposed to be. You know, so thanks. Jason's watching the show. He sent me messages and I appreciate you, Jay. You just, I'm doing my best, man. That's it. So, yes, I'm going to work. I'm focusing a lot. I'm killing it at work, guys. And then it was weird because I got the call and they tell me I'm moving positions at work. And they're like, hey, you're going to get, you're getting promoted to the back. And I was like, okay. And they're like, well, you know, your hours are changing. And I didn't know how we were going to pick up my son from school or take him to school because I'm going to be at work and mom's going to be at work. Like, and now she's not going to be at work. So it was like, okay, well, now my son has a way to get picked up with the new job I'm getting. The timing is just so eerie. So 2024 has not been a good year so far for my family. As positive as I want to be, it's not something I wanted. We were locked in, man. And I've had to adjust, and I'm adjusting. So if you want to know why I am the way I am, or why I'm short, or why I'm not doing videos, or why I'm not texting back, or why I'm not walking with the same bounce in my step, I'm just, I'm going through it right now. The mods of the channel know. They know what I'm going through. And so do you. I don't keep secrets from you guys. I live life in front of you. I will always live life in front of you. That is the channel. The channel is my journey of holding GameStop, even while these shills act like they're not human and say the most insensitive things and attack me even now. I'm looking at TikTok right now, and they're literally just going off, just saying the same bullshit. It's like, makes me not even want to deal with these guys, right? But then it makes you also reflect and realize that they have no life at all. It's one thing to have a beautiful wife and a beautiful life and beautiful children and a purpose and a goal. But it's how you get there. The journey is the reason I'm here. This journey is amazing. Thank you guys. Love you guys. BAM Investor was going to go with GameStop, but he ended up choosing the path of the AMC. Yeah, we know that part. You should get a broker's license, do your own thing. Jesus, there's a lot of stuff that goes on there, but I hear you, man. A bigger door for opportunities will open. Yep. I'm sorry. Let's see what it says. Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that happens, Marantz. God sometimes redirects us in our life towards something greater than before. Sometimes we aren't ready for the moment. Yeah. That happened to me too. Edward, I hear you. And thank you guys so much. You are amazing. Thank you, Marantz. Better things are coming your way. I hope so. She is a special lady. Yeah. You can tell you are a team and a great team. Everything will work out just fine. Yeah, I know, man. Give me a second, guys. I don't want to be up here just fucking crying and shit.
Welcome to Marantz Rantz. No advice on finance. Spin the wheel and take a chance. Get an NFT and a little education. The system got undertow. That knowledge is flotation. You wanna learn? Well, you came to right place. You're pumping AMC, might get slapped in the face. Get your due diligence. Know who the villain is. Don't be a sheep when the shepherd's carnivorous. So come learn, laugh, and maybe you win big. And listen up, y'all. The wheel is not rigged. Everybody get a chance in the live chat. Kyoto spin wheel, you win just like that. Retail fight back and this retail winning. Y'all just wait, man, this is just the beginning. All fellow simians, GME group singing the truth. We just chillin', infinity pool swimming. So welcome to Marantz Rantz. A lot of knowledge but no advice on finance. Don't even need pants, you can tune in naked like Henry the Mayo Man. Internet's most hated. Don't wanna lose your money, then it's time for you to listen. If you're ignorant, invest in AMC or superstition. The stream about ready, they told us to don't dance. I do what I want. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. 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 Welcome to Marantz Rantz.
Welcome back to Marantz Rantz. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth. No financial advice. Goodness gracious, the song wants to always play. Hot this year. I just made you a moderator on TikTok. If you can, please block that guy Derek. I don't want to deal with him anymore. He's he's saying all the wrong things right now, and these are all things that they would never say to my face, and that's why I don't want to deal with them. So thank you, Hot. Appreciate you. She's a special lady. You can tell you guys are a team and a great team. Everything will work out just fine. I hope. Yes, I'm with you. We love you, Marantz. Yeah, much love sent to you and your family, Marantz. I know full well how hard it gets getting news like your wife received. Yep, I think we all do. It was me at one point. I remember when we first met, my wife and I got laid off. I got laid off and it was earth-shattering because you go from making $10,000 a month, $2,000 a month, and it was like whoa. And it got really tough really quick. But you know what? She didn't leave me then, and she worked with me, and she got me back to where I am. And I'm not gonna leave her. I'm gonna work with her, and I'm gonna get her back to where she needs to be. I'll buy extra shares to cover the ones you're not normally buying. Thank you, DB. Appreciate you. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, you're the man. I'm a man. I don't want to say I'm the man, but I'm a man. Thank you. You got this. Absolutely. You're the realest person I know. Jesus, I try to be, man. Oh, shit. Nah, Jay. Don't do that, Jay. Hey, guys, that's not what I'm doing today. And I can't even give it back to you, Jay. I can't. I can just tell you thank you, but it's not like I don't want it like that. You guys know that. I want to work for my money. I want to work for my grind. And, fuck, man. Thank you, Jay. Love you, man. But I don't need it like that. I just need you guys to watch videos, tell people about the channel, and get the realest info out there. But yeah, I'm the realest person you know. Thanks, man. Celebration to you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much. You can do this, bro. We got your back. I know you do. I know a lot of you guys do. Maurice, you think it's irresponsible to be investing in speculative play at GameStop given your situation? No, Stever, not at all. I don't think it's irresponsible. I have cash that I've had for years that I was investing, and this is all what's happening right now, and I'm reactive to it now. The best part about it is I was set up to survive this. My wife, well, I'm not going to jeopardize or sacrifice my position. I don't have to do it that way. But yeah, it's very, very trying. And for you guys to say stuff like that, it's very insensitive, Stever. Do I think it's irresponsible? Stever, I'm 41 years old with 5 children, a mortgage and 3 cars, and a life. How irresponsible am I? How'd I get here? You need to be talking to someone else right about now, not a guy like me. You guys keep going, and God will provide. Absolutely. The man, the truth, the legend. Thank you so much. Marantz, what happened to your wife is exactly what happened to me in the IT. Super bummed about not being able. There you guys go. Yeah, it sucks. It does. I got you. And you guys will be okay. Much love. Yeah. Invest in something safer like the SPY. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate you. How about my 401k? Is that safer? Because I'm doing that too, right? Where God guides you, He provides. God does everything for a reason. Totally agree with this. You obviously have not been paying attention to DB. DB's letting them know. Yeah. Thank you, DB, for letting them know. In a year, it won't matter. You'll be up. We'll be up. GameStop will give your wife a gift this year. Yeah. I will pray for you and your family. Thank you so much. That's all I ask right there, Albert. That's all I ask. Prayers, and I'm good. And I know there's people out there that say prayers don't provide food or, hope doesn't. And I get, nah. Positivity, the right mindset will get you to the next day. I'm a firm believer in that. That ETF that tracks the performance of 500 companies where 7 of them drive all the profits, yeah, that one. I get happy when I think about holding GameStop and also playing video games. Yeah. Not many feelings greater than that, especially when you got friends to join you. There we go. Yeah. I told you my cousin baby mama, oldest son, killed his girlfriend because the baby wasn't his. They was 17 years old. Oh my God, man. Man, that is crazy. That is just terrible. I read something about a mom who got drunk and drove her kids, and there was 3 kids in the car, and they all passed, and the mom lived. I don't know what's worse. Like, I just, these situations these kids put themselves in, and you can't get out. Remember, it's all about circumstance. I had phone calls. Yeah. Nothing more than a trial period, Marantz. Yeah, I agree. And when you get through this trial, you're going to come out on the other side stronger and better than ever. We are, without a doubt. I really dig the tune. Thank you, man. Rube, did you see the 17-year-old news? Man, that's crazy. Flowers grow after every storm, my friend. We can do this. That's great, Inking All Day. That's great. I love that. I really do. Marantz says, I'd give you a hug right now. I would. Well, I wish I could hug you every day. My explosive. Yeah. And once again, Jason, you didn't have to, but, I respect you and I love you, brother. If you guys don't know Jay, the guy who sent the super chat right there, I want to make this very clear. Jay is an essential part of this channel. He has been. Jason is the individual who sends me the most info of anyone on this channel. When I tell you he sends me info, he sends me screenshots, text messages, everything that's happening, every article that I might have missed. I can't even tell you how much. And just to give you an idea, if you think I'm just saying it, like Jay sends out a huge super chat, you think I'm just like kissing his ass. You can go to my DMs, and I'm going to show you guys something. Jay, I hope you don't mind. I'm going to give him a flash. Okay. This is our DMs between each other, me and Jay, and this is all the messages Jason sends me. Guys, every video, every message, every product GameStop is selling now with their own coded brands, everything. Jason will send me messages after messages. And this is just 116, right? We're just there. But look at this. This is how it goes. Just article after article. Everything he sends me, this is Jason. You guys want to know what he does for me? And I don't pay him $1. I don't ask for it. We just shoot out articles and information. This is our bat channel between myself and Jason. And I'm letting you know, guys, this is since right here. This is January 10th, 11th. I'm still going through the messages from the 10th right here. This is all within the last 8 days. You can imagine everything I get sent, and we go over everything. So for the last year, Jason has been sending me stuff. So I just want to say thank you to Jason. Jason, thank you for everything, bro. Amazing, bro. I'd be nothing. I wouldn't even be where I'm at today if it wasn't for guys like you. So, you guys know the Discord. It's massive. 1,000 people on that bitch. But yeah. Thanks, Jay. You guys see Jay walking around? Just give him some credit, man. He helps, just like everyone else does. I'm not saying that you guys don't, but there you go. No DJ advice. There we go. There's not many forces on earth greater than that of love. Thank you so much. Marantz is unshakable. Great donation, Jay. Yeah. Love you, brother. This channel is too real. Brent G, I respect that. I do. We've been real for a long time. What does GameStop and your wife have to do with each other? Okay. I mean, these guys on TikTok are just going to be losers for life. That's official. Let me plug in my phone now. I realize my phone's not plugged in. There you go. And does Rico have a job? I believe he's jobless. He doesn't have a real job, no. But hey, Hot this year's working overtime. Hot this year's on TikTok and YouTube, and he's blocking people. He's doing it. And I know my audio is not that great on TikTok, but it's phenomenal on YouTube. It should be, but I'll be able to hear it later. That's a man, boy. There you go. Hits different. Yeah. This channel hits different. Yeah, thank you, Brett G. I mean, it's a matter of just being real. That's all it is. No bullshit, no glitz and glam, no, hey, I'm smoking cigars, I'm celebrating. That's not what I'm doing. I'm literally counting every penny I don't have. I'm cashing out advances. I'm figuring out how to stay afloat. figuring out how to, pay the mortgage and this new auto insurance that I have to pay $525 on, and I have all these bills around me, and I'm just trying to juggle it all. And I got to remember who to call, what to do, see if I can get a loan, see if I can take my money out of my 401k, seeing if I can get a hardship, seeing like what I can do just to scramble. And it has nothing to do with paying bills per se. The bills are paid. The scrambling part and finding out what I have access to and what I can get today and tomorrow and whatever is the in case shit. It's my contingency plan. It's the way I plan out my life. And it's all to give my wife a better feeling about what's happening. That's all it is. Reassurance. When it happened, guys, on Friday night, I didn't know who to call. I called Almo. And I'm going to tell you what Almo did. I hung up on Almo. I hung up on him because what he said, I had to go tell my wife. And I did it just like Almo said it. And my wife looked at me. Oh, fuck you. Jay. Oh, man. Oh, Jay. That's not what was said, but Jay, thank you for the support, sir. Thank you for the super chat. You don't even put a message behind it. You just said, oh, man. Jay, I love you. Here's what, fuck, man. I can't even concentrate. You guys know I'm not like this. I don't do it like this. So it's different. I've been YouTubing for like 3 years and like, I don't even do this. Not like that. I called Almo. I said, hey, Almo, you got a second, man? He's like, yeah, what's going on, bro? You could hear it in my voice. I said, brother, man, wifey got laid off. He says, don't even trip, bro. I was like, huh? And he goes, you know why you can't trip? He said, because wifey's got the best thing. And he used a lot of colorful language. I can't say the words he said. I'm not allowed to say the N word, nothing like that. But he said, bro, she's married to Marantz Rantz. She's married to you. She's like, what's she got to worry about? Bro, you don't know what that felt like. How that got me. How that picked me up off the floor. I walked straight up to my wife. I said, baby, this would sound like the worst news in the world to anybody. But I just want to let you know why it's not the worst news to you. She's like, why is that? I said, because you're married to me. And even though that comes off as cocky, it wasn't even like that. I'm just letting her know I'm not going to let us fail. I'm not going to let her worry about it and be hurt. But that was from Almo's words to me, from his mouth to my ears. I swear to God on this. That's 100. I'm saying, player, man, she married to you. She married to Marantz Rantz. I said, man, shit. He's like, you the hardest working dude I know. I said, man, I gotta go. It hit me. Thank you, Almo, for being the brother you've always been, picking up the phone and helping me with that. And the fellas in the crew, they know who they are. Hot and Ruben and Kyoto. Everybody's typing up the messages on Discord. I know Ravens is a moderator, and I'll never get away from Ravenstown being there for me on the channel when no one was. He doesn't hang out on the Discord with us as often. So, but I tell you right now, Ravenstown, I have so much respect for him and what he's done with us for all these years, holding it down. He's one of my first moderators. So, much respect to Ravenstown. But yeah, Kyoto and Almo and the boys, everybody's just saying the right things. And Stacks. Don't ever let me forget Stacks. That boy's so real, and he picks up. So he knows where we're at. He knows what it is. And him and his wife and his little one, they've been huge supporters of the channel. And Stacks has been my right-hand man, even not being a mod for a lot of years. He recently just became one, but he's been my right-hand man for day one, since I got him over from Ralph. You guys don't know about it. Like, if you guys are new to the channel, hey, all you new people to the channel, I started watching YouTube and finance because of Ralph Castaneda. There's a guy named Ralph Castaneda, and nobody liked Ralph because he sold his AMC position. And there's a lot of other stories behind that. And, you know, there's some secret stories that people talk about being paid off and whatever. I don't even care. Like, it don't even matter to me like that. But when Ralph went from 13,000 subscribers and thousands of people watching his show, maybe bots, a lot of bots, right? I watched his whole show go down. He only had 20, 30 people watching at the end. And that's when I came in, and I was like, hey, I like Ralph. And Ralph said, Marantz, come do a show with me. And we have a couple of shows we did together. And I learned a lot. I learned a lot in those shows because I learned how to do YouTube. I learned how to talk. I learned how to know what I wanted to talk about by doing those shows with Ralph. And that's where I met a lot of the guys here on the channel today. Stax is one of those guys that came from the Ralph. Pam came from Ralph. People that have been around for the channel for a long time. So I don't forget the origins of this channel and what we've been through, but you got to think about every single thing we've gone through. All of it. And there's just so much. This soap opera is still being written. But if people don't know the channel and the show and what it is, you got to go all the way back. There's 2,000 videos, man. I mean, you guys probably have no idea that we did like a Christmas video, myself and Ralph, and we would do the show before the show. I'd go do it on his channel, or we do a Twitter Spaces call, and Robert Brown and myself and Ralph, the professor, right? Like we would all be in there talking, and then at some point they dropped off because they're day traders or they're swing traders, and they're like, "Yo, this is a forever investment." Nah, that's not me. And I said, "No, this is me. I'm going with it. This is my forever." Like I already knew what I wanted because I understand it. But yeah, this channel. When you say this channel is too real, Brett G, you ain't lying, bro. I know who to call, and I know what family is, and it's all you guys. So, and I'm not even giving love right now to Sharon and Amber and all the people who come in on the other side and have really helped out. But the OGs know who they are, and I'm loyal, forever loyal. That's a man. There we go. Marantz, you were built to last. Thank you. I'm trying my best, man. Marantz is unshakable. There you go. There's not many forces on the earth. I agree with that. Best of luck the next step for your wife and your family. Priorities are true. Y'all got this. Yep. Say it like Austin Powers. Try. Pressure makes diamonds. Family. But you said you already lost your house and had to start over many times. Stever, when I was 24, I was making an amazing amount of money. I was working for Gannett, USA Today, CareerBuilder.com. I was selling advertising. I was Salesman of the Year 3 years in a row, and it was a phenomenal time. So from 24 to 27, those years right there. At 24, I had a $400,000 house and a $50,000 car, and you can't even imagine having that in California. And I had the bar, I had the girls, I had it all, right? Or so I thought. And I had a gambling problem. But during those years, from 06 to 09, the economy changed. The housing crisis came, financial crisis, advertising changed. And I learned a lot about my finances. I learned a lot about how I need to save my money. And that's when I really started rethinking my life. Because I lost the house, I lost the cars. Then I met my wife. My wife today, we met when I was 20. Goodness, how old was I? 31. We've been 11 years, 6. So 5 years after. I probably met her when I was 25, 26, that range. And I was in the house. I still had the house. I still had the cars. Sure, I still had the house and cars. Because I was like, when I first met her, I was like, yo, come check out my car. I was like that. And she's like, little kid, get out of here. But no, when I lost it all, I remember I was at her apartment. I got the phone call, and it's the repo man. Hey, man, where's the car? I need the car. And I was like, man, I'll pay you guys next month, man. Stop calling me. He's like, no, man, I need the car. And I looked right at her, and that's when I just gave up. I was like, they can have it. I was like, it's over here at these apartments, man. Come get it. Just like that. So I didn't have no wheels. I didn't have a car. And you can't imagine. I met my wife's family. Like the first or second time I met them, her mom came up to me, and she was like, this is my mother-in-law now. Okay, I don't fault her at all. She came up to me. She's like, so what do you do? I was like, I work at the newspaper, and I sell advertising online, and I do it. And she's like, okay. And where do you live? And I was like, I live in a casita. I live in this house, but I live in the casita because I had to move. I don't have any money anymore on that side. She's like, what do you drive? I go, I don't. She's like, let me get this right. You want to date my daughter. You don't have a vehicle, and you live in a in a studio shack. I said, yes, ma'am. And that was it. She loves me. I'll just tell you right now, she loves me now. But back then, I had a lot of pressure on me. So, I've started over and built up. But yeah, I mean, I lost my house in Georgia. I had that one too, with some other money that we had, and that was my first wife. And I left, $100,000 cash on the table. I only took $5,000 in a car and a pillow and a suitcase from Georgia to here to California. So I've done it a couple of different times in my life. But yeah, thanks for asking, Steve. When I write the book, I'll get you a copy. Okay. Where's Ralphie? I don't know, man. My man. I don't know. So, Shawnee's here. That's right. Yeah, Shawnee, you had to be here for a long time. I've been going live and talking some crazy stuff. So, but I appreciate you. I know the acoustics aren't good because I'm in the room and you're on TikTok, but on YouTube, it's really good over here, Shawnee. I'm just letting you know. And Amy, hi, Amy. I see you over there. I'll see you. I know who you are. And more comments, more messages. Is this my boy? Hey, guys, whenever you hear that noise, that means Jay sent me another message. And here it goes. Camelot making the video about the fulfillment center. I don't even want to give Camelot a view. Guys, Camelot's a piece of shit. If you guys don't know who he is, he's a disgruntled employee who used to work for GameStop, and he makes GameStop hate videos. And who else does that? Who made a living off of that? He did. Hard times create hard men. At this point, you guys are diamonds. This shall pass. Hard work and positivity. Thank you so much. And in case you guys are not understanding, Jay just sent over $500 super chat, and I've never, since Pepperwood saw, I've never seen anything like this. So I'm just saying thank you, Jay. I have to acknowledge you. I have to acknowledge the other $120 that already came through. I'm just gonna say thank you, guys. Thank you for everything. I really appreciate it. Every single hardworking dollar you guys put through. Life's tough, man. You got that big chief lie. Hits us all the same. We expect it. There we go. It's going down in the DMs. Yeah, well, thank you. Thanks for being a part of the team, Marantz, Jay. Absolutely. TikTokers are 12 years old. Almo, I wouldn't even, or are 12 as in the cops? I wouldn't doubt that either, man. Sounds absolutely fine. Okay. Sending hugs to you and your wifey. Thanks, Amy. We're doing our best, man. Bro, Jay, take my name already. You're the real legend. He is a legend. He is. Oh, man. And shout out to Brady, too, man. I see R. Brady Frost here. If you guys don't know, R. Brady Frost, he's been good to me in the DMs, too, man. Frost, you helping me out, man. Helped me get through some tough times. I knew you knew about my situation already. We talked, and some people knew what was going on with me. But I just want to tell everyone so that you guys know when I'm not around or when I'm not making videos, just know it's about love right about now. Like right now, it's already noon. I want to take my wife to lunch. I want to go pick up my son from school. I want to do things. I want to spend more time. So not just be here yelling at the mic all the time. So I'm doing my best. But I mean, I'm not supposed to leave when there's super chats up on the screen. But how the hell am I going to outlast a $300 and $200 super chat? I can't outlast those. And you guys are going to have me right here. And she married to you. That's what he said. Okay? Respect, brother. Thank you very much. So if you're reading the chat right now, what Almo said, I can't say it, but he said, N-word, she married to you. That's what he said. You guys don't even know how it was. Ralph got robbed twice. Ralph got robbed twice. Jay for that. Cheers. Jay's a legend. Yep. Ralph is trying to pass gym class. Oh, Steve. See, Steve knows. All these guys know. These guys are old school. They know exactly what that is. It's because Ralph failed one course in high school. I think he didn't fail. He didn't pass gym class. Yeah, I don't really read the chat over there, user, whatever your name is, because my name's not Rico. That's the first thing. If you read the title of the live stream, it literally says "Not Rico Knows." So when you acknowledge me and call me Rico, we're not talking. That's just it. Do I look like I'm going bald? Do I look fat? Do I look like I hook up with linebackers? No, I'm good, bro. So there you go. Been buying some shares lately. Good job. Will Trump, Vivek fix market manipulation? I don't think so. I think they both manipulate markets. I think they both manipulate corporations and use particular tax codes to escape things. Listen, not everybody's innocent here. I hate it when people paint this picture. They're like, oh, yeah, these guys are good for politics, or these guys are good for their economy or their country. If you read the headline, it said Trump plans to eliminate the centralized bank or whatever, maybe decentralizing bank. I don't know what he was willing to do. Like basically get rid of crypto from what I can see, or not make it part of regulations. It really didn't matter to me. You know, everyone wants to attack me for saying I support Trump, and it's what are my options? You only give me two options, right? I'm not going to support Biden. I can't. The two can't even follow. You can't even walk in a straight line. So I was like, no, I got to go that route. So, but I was willing to vote for, at some point in my life, Ted Cruz, Marco Rubio, even Mitt Romney. I voted for Mitt Romney. I voted for McCain, and he's trash. But I voted for him because of the options I had. So, and I voted for Bush. So, and that's because I was in the military and I support my military leaders no matter what. So if I was in the army right now, I'd probably vote for Biden, or maybe I want Trump back. So it all depends, man. Oh yeah, the CBDCs. Yeah, so I don't know what's gonna happen. No, please, if you need to go take care of yourself, wife and family, brother. Yeah, you and Trump are very similar. Oh, thanks, Stever. Whatever you want to say. And you and a bitch are very similar, Stever. But we don't fault you for that. Honestly, Stever, I would love for you to jump into the Discord and come talk with me and come onto the channel all you want. Because I don't like guys like you. When we're talking about something and we're going down a path and we're literally talking about it in a positive light, you want to bring in negative shit. Like, that's who you are. Oh, well, what about this? It's just like, what? We're focused on something else. The topic is something else. You just did this earlier. We were talking about the hardships on the family and what we're going through. And you literally said, well, don't you think it's irresponsible to be buying GameStop shares? It's like, who the hell said I'm buying GameStop shares? I bought them for the last 3 years. What? So I haven't bought them today, have I? Did I post it in the Discord channel? No, but you're that person. This is who you are. You know what they call you? Debbie Downers, negative Nancy's. That's what they call you, right? For me, I just call you a bitch. That's it, bro. Wear it. Put a tag on it. That's who you are. Trump says if elected back president, he will end the push for the central bank digital currency. There you go. Win player. You know, Tara, I don't know, but I'm down. Inside Job was a big eye-opener for me. Both sides are dirty. Big money is powerful. It's safe to assume that everyone at this level, he tries to the folks manipulating the markets, and that's how it goes. Yeah. Stever is Nick McKay. Oh, okay, cool. I wouldn't doubt it. Don't worry, you guys won't be seeing Nick McKay on the channel anymore. Won't be around. Stever equals a shit clown. Okay? Pocket watchers are weird. Yeah, you checking my pockets, bro? You checking them? Check them, bro. Check them. Because your boy's going to be all right. Charlie says, you're the man. Hopefully everything works out at home, dude. Yeah, everything has worked out at home. You know, it's the best part about it is that I'm going to end the show this way for you guys. Okay, I mean, I've been live for over 2 hours, whatever it may be. And I just want to say thank you to everyone who's support the channel today. Whether it be a super chat, a heart, a like, a view, a thumbs up, it doesn't matter. I'm just saying I'm forever thankful for you guys. And I mean, this is who I am. But Donko, super chat, obviously Jay, and then Brian, I believe, sent one earlier. But I want to tell you guys something, okay? I've been making videos for almost 3 years, whatever it is. And we've seen every YouTuber, everyone out there change their approach and change their investment strategy and talk about something else. You know, for these guys to start buying bonds on a bankrupt company is like crazy to me. And it's one thing to say you're doing it, but it's another thing to go onto a platform and tell everyone that what you're doing and then openly promoting it that way, so then other people follow you, especially if you consider yourself a leader. And welcome to the GME Elitists. Thank you so much for becoming a member of the channel. Brady Frost, I really appreciate that. It means a lot to me. And I mean that. So when these guys are coming up with new ideas, like you see Jackson Hunter, he's now pushing out crypto and new cryptos and stuff. And then you'll see we have everybody else, like Trey Trades and Matthew Kors, and all these guys change what they do. GTA, thank you for the £5 and the super chat. Appreciate it. Thank you for everything you do for GameStop and the whole community now for 3 years. Yeah, Jay, you're welcome, man. You're welcome. But like I said, I don't do it alone. You are the biggest contributor to this channel by far. You have been. in dark, in the secret that no one knows. But I'll never not let you get the credit you deserve, Jay. You've helped me infinitely. And if you stopped helping me tomorrow, I'd be like, damn. Marantz, if I can get to unban, I will join. I was Steve 2020. Whoever you are, Steve, if you were banned for a reason, and rightfully so. So there you go. Anyway, I'm just trying to tell you guys something about the channel and about the delivery and the info. So everyone's changed their stance over these last 2.5 years we've been making videos. And I pay attention to that. I pay attention to Tony De Niro trying to say that he doesn't promote MOAS or that he only gives out information when you knew he was pumping HYMC and talking about Ape and the arbitrage and Adam Aaron movies coming back. And, all these guys have always said positive things about these other investments that we knew were private equity scams or private equity pump and dumps or private equity leverage plays. It's something you don't want to invest in as a shareholder. You'd never invest in it. You just can't do it that way. So, as I've seen all these guys come and go, and they fade in, they fade out, whatever it may be, none of them have been real, right? You got to think about like the Marine, Mike the Marine. He came out and he was coming off, I'm the Marine, I'm a sales professional, I can see a scam coming from a mile away. And I was just like, what? Like, this guy's scummy, selly, and he's not believable. And then you come with the next guy, and everyone had a gimmick and an approach. And I'm just like, yo, who's actually going to tell you their story and be the real person? I've been real with you the whole time. Whether it be about the relationships I have with my brother and my father and my wife and my mother and whoever. Then my friends, my family, the way I approach. Like, do you know how many people walk around this planet? Like, you guys don't even know this. Watch this. There are YouTubers right now in your space. They walk outside. Nobody knows who they are, right? Do you know how many employees, friends, and family know I am on YouTube? All of them. And I'm talking about, and I have hundreds, if not thousands of people within my community that know that I'm that person, right? So I can't be two people. I can't be a fake on the screen and then this person in real life, because my real life people, the employees I work with or the people that are my friends and family, they'll call you out. They'll be like, yo, bro, that ain't you. That's not you. The story you just said isn't factual. You really don't run, you don't help run this Costco. You don't do this. You didn't get promoted this way. You weren't soldier of the year. You weren't salesman of the year. You weren't this. You weren't that. You didn't make that kind of money. You don't make this. You don't own that. You don't, like, you're not worth this much money. Like, something would come out and be like, yo, Marantz is a fake. He's a fraud. He's like how we do it with these guys, right? Like when PPCs was like, oh, I'm a business owner. And you're like, what? And when you find out he borrowed money from his mom to open up a VR arcade. They open a virtual reality arcade center. They have 3 employees. That's what you were bragging about? Shit, anybody could fail at that and or be successful with just that if that's what you want to do. But that's not being a business. I mean, you tell me, who do I complain to about HR on that one? What's the compliance issues you have systematically? No, you're just playing an arcade machine. That's like telling me you're an entrepreneur because you own snack machines, bro. Like, I'm that's not it. Show me where you're grinding. Show me what you have. Show me your kids. Show me your family. You don't have kids yet? Then you don't know what hardship is. You don't know how hard this life's about to get, because you're going to have to show me how you take care of those kids, or who's going to do the child care, or how you're going to get them to graduate. I have 5 children. 4 have graduated and gone on to be better and better things. I'm working on my 5th. I think I'm pretty accomplished on that. All right, what's next? None of these people tell you who they are and what they do. They're afraid to show you their real life, their gimmick. They're like this on the camera. This is my girl. Shit. I tell you this for a reason, guys. This episode was the most emotional episode for me that I've had in a long time because of what I've gone through. Ralph was real. I'll tell you the difference in there in a minute. I needed this more than you. I needed this more than you. That's all I'm going to tell you. And not that I need the super chats. No, I needed this live stream. I needed to get this info out. I need to get these feelings out. And now when you run back the live stream, you run back last week's live stream, where I was live on like Monday, or I was live on like Sunday. I think I was live Sunday, right? Monday or Sunday, one of them. Watch that with new eyes. Go watch the live stream with new eyes. I was told about my wife's issue on Friday night. Now, when you watch all the videos since then, go watch it with new eyes. Because you'll see where I'm coming from, where my heart is. My heart is with you guys. And I don't care if these guys try to call me out to be something I'm not. And or if they say this is a cult, whatever it is. All that bullshit they talk about. Really? I'm not asking you to do anything for me that I wouldn't do for myself. Be great. Educate yourself. Do the right thing when no one's watching. Live with the utmost integrity. And good things will come. I'm Marantz Rantz. This is the channel we built. And I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. But you're a part of this. And you're a part of history. And we're on the right side of it. It's GameStop. Can't stop. Won't stop. GameStop. And before I check out, I got to get my song right because I don't want to hear Marantz Rantz. I want to hear...
I do this for my father, who I've only seen from time to time in my dreams. I do this for you. I do this for my mother.
I just want to tell you guys, I do this for you. That's why I play this song. GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop. Get at me, millionaires. Peace.
I know it kills you inside, that's why I do this for you. I do this for my father, who I've only seen from time to time in my dreams. I do this for you. I do this for my mother, who's finally clean, no longer a fan. I do this for you. I do this for my sister, my wife and my kids, cause they part of the team. I do this for all the naysayers and haters who made me one of the greatest. I know it kills you inside, that's why I do this for you.
I do this for the kids who sit a bit outside the mix, who maybe cope through humor just to fit in for a bit, who never let the world know when depression's setting in. To all of those who know you, that impression don't exist, and it ain't counterfeit, it's just a way to counter it. I'm living things I dreamed about, I still encounter it. It ain't something that a cigarette or alcohol can fix, but all because of it I flipped it quick, went on to write some hits. This a success, off another breath. This the first step in searching to be nothing less than be the best in what you do, to prove their strength in being you. Learn so much in chasing dreams that I never would in school. Depends on where your passion lie, just no passion never lie. Life presents distractions, but your actions have to fortify the things that you believe in. Have to scream it like a battle cry, and leave the ones who didn't looking stupid while they're asking why. Couldn't lie, I really do this for the ones I love, those who treat the music as a vice and lyrics like a drug, those who need advice on how to lift their spirit high enough to break out of the box they make up lives they know aren't good enough. Just because it's how it is don't mean it's how it has to be. This is what the uninspired testifiers fail to see. Jealousy results from being that which others fail to be, and if it means you're not with me, that honestly sounds fair to me.
I do this for my father, who I've only seen from time to time in my dreams. I do this for you. I do this for my mother, who's finally clean, no longer a fan. I do this for you. I do this for my sister, my wife and my kids, cause they part of the team. I do this for all the naysayers and haters who made me one of the greatest. I know it kills you inside, that's why I do this for you.
Do this for my mother, she'll be working for the summer. Do this for my father, cause these days I often wonder what my life would have been like if I was not adopted. To grow up in a home where I was treated like a problem, I don't know, it's just a guess. Your guess probably good as mine. Lucky that I grew up in a home that wanted me to shine. Lucky that I grew up around some mountains we were taught to climb. Without that inspiration, I don't think that this would be my life. Do this for my friends who've scattered all across the country now. I'm out in Sweden walking back through life so I can write it down. Make a living off of sound, so crazy to say out loud. I'm the biggest thing since Travis Rice to come up out the town. Sorry, gotta stunt a little. Used to have my dreams belittled, but it's all a part of it. I know people's minds are fickle, lines between reality and dreams I blur like faded nights. Come up been so good for me, I wish that I could make it twice.
I do this for my father, who I've only seen from time to time in my dreams. I do this for you. I do this for my mother, who's finally clean, no longer a fan. I do this for you. I do this for my sister, my wife and my kids, cause they part of the team. I do this for all the naysayers and haters who made me one of the greatest. I know it kills you inside, that's why I do this for you.